Hello. So, we're back for part three.
Question is, how long are we gonna keep doing this podcast until we give up?
Um, until we give up, or until
Yeah.
I get a new laptop and my laptop officially doesn't suck. Podcast.
That would be the like you'll order it off of Best Buy and then that'll be the final episode.
Yeah, just me
Uh,
me ordering and getting my new computer vlog.
yeah.
Probably won't be for at least like another year.
All right. So we'll definitely have enough time to keep doing
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah. We'll definitely be in this for the long haul until I get something better. Like after I graduate, then I can actually start streaming like Steam games and PC games without my
Oh
computer
man,
shitting itself.
truly the wave of the future.
The first thing I ever streamed on this laptop was Mega Man Legacy Collection, and it ran like pretty fine. Like I don't know what it
Yeah,
is lately
I was
with my
there.
computer, but like Mega Man ran pretty fine. I was able to like beat the games with like relatively no
I think it's
hiccups.
because you don't need much to emulate the NES.
Yeah, probably.
You could
Yeah, it's
probably
like
you
a very
probably could
2D game.
emulate the NES off of the you don't need much. You probably could
Oh
emulate an
yeah,
NES on a Super
totally.
Nintendo.
You could probably emulate an NES on like a fucking Game Boy.
Yeah. I
Probably
mean,
anything.
yeah.
Those games are like smaller than most images nowadays. Like Mario 1, what was it like? This whole image, you ever seen that thing where it's like this whole image takes up more space than the original Mario
Let me
1 game?
let me look up Super Mario Bros. File size.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. My parents insisted on me just getting more memory. I told my mom I wanted a new laptop for my birthday. My dad was like, just go online and see about getting new memory. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna make it run faster,
RAM is
Dad.
not gonna help you that
Yeah, I
much.
know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he understands I want it so I can like play games, but then he's always like, "Oh,
Yeah.
games shouldn't be your priority." And I'm like, "Well, it's not, but it's just something nice to have,
Yeah.
which I
All right,
think I deserve."
I looked it up. Super Mario Bros. Is 31 kilobytes.
Wow. That
Every
is
every single image on my desktop is larger than Super Mario
yeah,
Bros.
it's nuts. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, like most images nowadays are like
The Sans default dance GIF is larger than Super Mario Bros.
I was going to say, what does that have to do with Mario? What did you think of the indies thing this morning as we're
I
recording
thought
this?
it
It
was
just came
pretty
out.
neat. It
Yeah.
was pretty neat. I felt like I've heard that Ori was gonna be the big game, the
Mm,
big indie game to come to Switch, and I believed it
the big
because
easy
Nintendo and
prediction.
Microsoft they're so buddy buddy right now.
Yeah,
It
that's
makes
good.
sense.
I hope we get Xbox Live Arcade so we could play Banjo Kazooie on Switch.
Yeah, or,
Where
or
is it?
just
I gotta check my
or just
feed
or just put the ports. And you know what they could do? They could just put the ports on there and
yeah,
add back the Nintendo stuff.
easily.
Yeah,
What Nintendo
it'd
stuff?
be
Like to
because it's a Nintendo 64 game.
oh
They had the Nintendo 64
oh
on
like the
like the
logo.
opening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because the buyout they had to change a bunch of stuff.
Hmm.
Makes sense. A couple of the games I that like stood out to me. That game Skellboy. It kind of looks
Yeah.
like Paper Mario, which I like.
Hmm. And it also
Uh,
it had a song that slaps. That was fucking
yeah,
dope.
it was pretty good. I don't know if I'm a fan of like some of the animations right now because it looked a bit like choppy. It looked like a 30
Yeah.
FPS game kind of, just like it was already. I don't know
Yeah.
why. And the Tourist, that game, that reminded me
Yeah.
of Cube World.
Yeah, and also it had a boss that was like a giant reference to Star Tropics. It literally
Really?
is the
Oh,
exact
is that
same
what
as
it's
the
like
boss
based on?
fight. Yeah, it's
Oh,
literally
oh,
the
that's neat.
exact boss fight from Star Tropics.
I never
So
played that one. I heard it's like a weird Zelda that was like kind of underrated and didn't get that
yeah,
much praise,
I've
so to
heard
speak.
yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Star Tropics. So I do want to play it at some point. I think it might even be on NES
It is.
Online.
It is. It was like everyone was like, "Oh, Star Tropics, nice," and someone was like, "When are we getting so and so?" Like that. I don't know. I heard they were expanding the Switch Online
Mhm.
arcade to like more consoles, but that it would also like cost more, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah,
Because it's like, why do we have to pay more money for the online and
yeah.
another? But it's like, come on.
Like either just make the online free again and have us pay like just add if it was like $15 a month for like the exact same consoles that we had on the Wii U or even Wii Virtual Console, like that would be
Yeah,
fine with
if it was
me.
as expansive as the Wii
Hmm.
U or the Wii, that would be better. But so far, there's no virtual console. It's like only NES games, and like the eShop is literally just like I gotta say like 90% of the eShop is just like trash. Like anyone can put
Yeah.
something on the eShop right now.
Hmm.
Nintendo
At
just like
least you
does
know
not
what?
care.
At least Sega is at least pulling some way of doing some good games preservation
Yeah.
on the eShop.
Yeah, that's good. They're not like, here, have these NES games that like
Yeah.
nobody cares about.
Here, have these Master System
I
games.
guarantee you the
'Cause-
next NES games we're gonna get are gonna be Little Red Hood and fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They're gonna give
You
us
know
that
what?
before we get anything from the SNES.
You know, it'd be really funny if they had
What?
like if they took that they had James Rolfe commentating over the whole thing.
It's like, what the heck were they thinking?
What the fuck? What the fuck is this doo-doo feces covered in fucks?
Yeah. Also, one of the other games I like, Freedom Finger, that game looks funny. I'm
It does.
surprised. I'm glad Nintendo's having like allowing for more humor on the games.
And more mature.
Yeah, because
More
it's like,
adult
whoa,
humor.
middle finger. That's not Nintendo. That's very not
That's
Nintendo. But like,
yeah.
the animated parts look cool too. I like that it's like part cartoon, part game. It looks like
Yeah.
because
And
they
it
had a
has
lot
like
of like
actual
musical
it has
guests
actors
too.
in it.
Yeah, it sounds neat. I'm looking forward to seeing like what
Yeah.
that's going to be like, and I like the whole mechanic of like grabbing the enemies and using them as
Yeah.
weapons. That seems really neat. I love stuff like that. That's
I
why I
want to
liked
get
like
into
Breath of the
shmups.
Wild, because you could just like knock an enemy over and take their shit and like whack them with it.
I really want to play more shmups, and I want to get into
Oh
it,
yeah.
and that game looks fun.
I still need to get Ikaruga. I heard a lot of good things about that game.
I that Eastward game looks really cool, and I think there's a chance for it to be co-op,
Oh,
and we could do that. We
we're
could
just gonna play
co-op it
every
together.
co-op game.
Yeah, of course, we have to.
That game Earth Knight, when they were like riding on the dragon's back, that reminded
Yeah.
me of what's the boss from Super Paper Mario, like the first one? I keep thinking Hooktail, but it's not Hooktail. That
I
was from
don't.
Thousand Year
I
Door.
haven't played Super Paper Mario that much. I don't remember.
It's like the first boss where you like flip into 3D and then you like jump on their back and then you like ride on their back and like hit them in the head.
Huh. I don't
Super.
remember this. But then again, I played Super Paper Mario. I played Chapter 1 when I was like 8 or
Hold on,
9
yeah,
years old.
I
So
gotta
I
look it
don't really
up.
remember
I haven't
much.
played it in a long time. Fractale, that's it. I know it was something tail because they went with
Wants
like
to
a different
play.
naming theme. The first boss with like that antenna on its head and it gets like
Yeah.
hacked. Yeah, that was the boss. I knew they went with like a similar design slash naming theme, which is pretty cool. And I think Racktail is like near the end. It's like a nice book ending thing. Or
Oh
I think that's
yeah.
in Pit of 100 Trials. You fight Fractail. And then dude, that game, Super Paper Mario, has one of the most brutal Pit of 100 Trials.
Isn't it just those two that have Pit of
It's
100 Trials? Or does 64 have one?
64 doesn't, but Super Paper Mario is definitely a lot harder than Thousand Year Door. Because in Thousand Year Door, it's just like 100 battles. Like all you have to do is battle the enemy. But like in Super Paper Mario, you have to like traverse like a room. Like there's platforming to it. Sometimes
Ooh.
you have to like catch an enemy and then kill them. Which like the combat's a lot easier, but it also takes a lot more like thinking in
Yeah.
like you have to like not in a turn-based way and more of like an active like I have to do this
Yeah.
right now kind of way. Because with like turn-based games, you can like take your time and like set up and like accommodate for things. But like with Super, you have to like I don't remember it very well. I don't know if I ever did because there's the flip side one, which is just you do it once and you fight the boss and you're done. And then there's the flop side one where you have to go through, get to the very end, and then the guy is like, do it again. He's like, start over and do it again, and then you fight him.
Fuck you.
I know. And then there's also the Sammer guy, the chapter 6, the one that gets like I think it's chapter 6, the one that gets like absorbed by the black hole. You have to like fight all these like samurai guys, and then you get to the end, and then you have to fight this like super strong guy, and it's a lot harder because they're a lot more brutal. I did like what Super Paper Mario had, where you could like change characters.
Yeah,
Like
that
you
was
could switch
pretty neat.
between. The one thing I didn't like was how you get like Peach and Bowser in chapters 2 and 3, and then like near the end at chapter 7 you get Luigi. I feel like they either could have just been all at the start or like spread out some more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like,
You know what? If Thousand Year Door does get remastered, you know what I'm hoping they do? I hope they take the Luigi stories
and make it
and
like
what
a
they do is,
DLC.
yeah,
That'd
they
be
turn it
awesome.
into a full game where it's like a full it's like a full an actual game version of Luigi's adventures where you get to see more dialogue of Luigi's partners and how much they fucking hate him.
Yeah, and you get to see like all the stories happen like not how they told
Yeah.
them, not how he told them.
Yeah.
It's just like because you can get the story and then you talk to the partner and they're like, yeah, he was crying the whole time and he messed everything
Yeah.
up.
Like instead of just like having it be like small sections, it literally is like almost either like the same length as the original game or like a little shorter.
Yeah, it'd be
And
cool if like after every chapter you could talk to Luigi and then actually like play through the chapter if you wanted
yeah.
to. Or like once you got the book at the end, you could like open it and that would let you like
Hmm.
live the story or something.
Or just be able to like with the Mario and Luigi like the Mario and Luigi remakes, you can just pick it from the start if you
Oh yeah, like a
if you've already
DLC thing.
yeah, if you've
Or
already
like a
played
yeah,
Thousand
I know
Year
what
Door
you
in
mean.
depth and you want to try out the new thing,
Yeah, if
then
you
you can.
like just want it for the new game. That would be neat. I did not touch. I played both uh, Bowser's Minions and Bowser Jr.'s Journey, the Mario and
Mhm.
Luigi remix. I didn't touch that second mode like at all. It just looked so boring and grindy
Yeah.
and just like
Well, I mean,
tedious. Like
I
you
know
sit
I was
through
there
it
when
and you
you
just
I gave you the copy of Bowser's Inside Story, so like
yeah. Didn't I say like I can't wait to not play the second mode or something like
yeah,
that?
you definitely did say that when you were talking.
Like exactly that, like verbatim. Like wow, I can't wait to not touch the new mode at all, which is like supposed to be the selling point, but it's still a $40 game. Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I was hoping like if they made a Thousand Year Door remake that they wouldn't just adapt the Luigi thing into a game. I was hoping for like an original sort of thing because like everyone who played that game like pretty much already knows exactly the story and like his partners and stuff like that. Like I feel like it could be interesting at some points, like the parts that are like less in depth, like when he gets his
Yeah.
last partner and you're just like, what the
Screamy
fuck?
or
Yeah,
whatever his
yeah,
name is.
yeah, and you're just like, I don't even know what this is. Like I think there was supposed to be an NPC that looked like him, like in the
Yeah.
game, but there just never was. So he's just like this one-off character that you know nothing about.
Yeah, I do. The thing is, though, for me, it's just that I just want to be able to play as Luigi more.
Oh yeah, totally.
And,
That's
and
understandable.
also, Luigi is a lot more of a vocal character than Mario is, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
can actually have his own dialogue.
That'd be really
So
fun.
it could make up for a lot more
Funny
like,
interactions.
dialogue.
Yeah,
bits.
totally. I get that.
All right. Should we just talk about the obligatory Pokemon news?
Oh
'Cause it
yeah,
always seems to be
Pokemon,
news
Poke
before we
Talk.
fucking
Yeah, I
these.
know. Poke Talk segment. This is gonna be our
Yeah.
designated Pokemon chat segment because somehow, like every time we go to record the podcast, there's always like Pokemon news right before we record, and literally right before we recorded this one, Pokemon tweeted like, "Prepare for new news upcoming this week," and we were just like, "What is going on?" Like
Yeah.
even before this one, sometime between the last one and this one, they revealed Galarian Weezing's new ability and all those
yeah.
items that they're coming out with. And in DMs, we've been like theory crafting synergies and like possibilities. You know,
Yeah.
if certain Pokemon are actually in the game and not excluded. Which again, like it's just unfortunate that we have to even like consider worrying about that. Like,
Yes,
oh,
but
this
it's
would be cool if the Pokemon was in the game and not.
But I
just
mean,
like,
also we can if we can just use it in Showdown.
oh yeah,
which
totally. That's gonna be
not
good.
as
That I'm
cool,
grateful for.
but I hate that this is the reality we live in, but
know.
I've already went through the stage of grief. I'm
Yeah, me
already
too.
accepting that this
It's
is just happening.
It's just sad. It's unfortunate
Yeah.
that they're like their hands are kind of being forced here. Like I'm sure that's like the last thing they wanted to do when making these games. But
Yeah,
they're
of
just
course.
like, oh, we gotta get them
don't
out.
think Masuda said when he was developing Ruby and Sapphire, he like I think he either was hospitalized or he had like actual nightmares about the game not doing well.
Jeez.
Like it was so I could tell I could tell he still cares.
Oh yeah, of course. and he's not like directing the games anymore, but I'm sure he certainly cares. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate that like even like they could do almost anything now and they would still sell like crazy. Like I feel like almost no matter what they do to the games in the future, they're just still going to sell like crazy because it's Pokemon, the most profitable franchise on the goddamn planet. So they're just going to make money no matter what they put out. And the games aren't even the number one source of like the profits. It's all like merch.
Yeah, it's always like the toys, the trading cards,
Yeah,
the
oh,
shirts.
absolutely. Isn't that why Symbionic Titan failed? Because they didn't make toys out of it?
I don't know. That probably does
I
make
feel like
sense.
that's one of the reasons like a lot of things failed in like the early 90s and 2000s. I feel like because like, oh, if you don't have a McDonald's toy, you're not going to do well.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's kind of why. That's why Invader Zim got a cult following. It's because it was this.
Was
it
its
this
own
weird,
thing.
It was this weird 2-season cartoon from a madman who made a webcomic before
Yeah.
in 2001.
Basically. That's why I kind of like anime in a way, because like there's not much merchandise other than like the manga, which is just like the book, which like dedicated fans will get if
And
they
also
like it.
titty figures.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's all like, I feel like that's all like outsourced. That's not like made by the creator. It's all
Yeah.
just like, because like you usually have to do a collaboration with a company to get a like a Nendoroid or something like that.
Yeah, I was just
But,
saying
like-
that mostly for a meme.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. But you don't really get like official just like anime merchandise often,
Yeah.
as far as I know. I don't know. It's probably a lot more popular in its country of origin.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking Galarian Wheezing just has gastro acid for
An ability.
everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
for everyone.
It truly. This thing is Galarian Weezing is going to be one of the best Pokemon
Absolutely.
out of Sword and Shield.
I already
Like,
see it
and
in
I-
VGC this year.
or you know what I find so funny that they buffed Muck and Weezing to be not just good but like genuinely
Essential.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's so funny to me. Like this
It's a
is
wonder
truly-
what adding dark or fairy type does to a Pokemon.
Yeah, because
Just like,
both of
hey,
them are
more
just really
resistances.
good.
Yeah.
And
If
also it
Weezing-
is pair well with Poison
Yeah. If Weezing has Levitate, it's literally only weak to Psychic.
and Steel.
Oh, yeah. Wait, oh, yeah. Poison doesn't resist Steel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Steel's immune to poison. I don't know why I always think that. Because, like, fighting and bug are the only two unique types that resist each other, which always throws me off.
Yeah.
Or it always used to throw me off until I was, like, playing Emerald. I think it was either for my Let's Play or I was just playing it casually. And, I was just like, wait. I sent out, like, Nincada against Machoke, and we both, like, used a stab move against each other. It was, like, not very effective. I was like, wait, what?
You know what? Okay, you want to know why Bug is weak or Bug is super effective against Dark?
Because it's, like, scary. I don't know.
No, it's because in Japan, bugs are depicted as like heroes. They're like always like bugs. That's just how they are. They're just depicted as like as a hero or a good guy. So it's like triumphing over evil because the
That's
dark
awesome.
type is called the evil type in Japan.
Yeah. I like that all the dark moves are just like dirty fighting tactics, like
Yeah.
sucker punch, throat chop, pursuit.
Feint attack.
Yeah. It's like stuff you wouldn't do in like a normal fight.
Yeah.
But then again, like fighting beats dark, so I guess they're trying to say like legitimate fighting tactics like are
Yeah.
superior to
Don't-
like dirty tricks or something like that. I genuinely hope Score Bunny is not firefighting. If it's firefighting, I'm going to GameStop and I'm canceling my pre-order. Not even joking. I'm just
do
like
not.
I'm not playing these games, man. Like you can't make me do that. Cuz like Garuki and Sobble, I was kind of like neutral to. Like I feel like the fire starter hasn't been my favorite since like Gen 2 cuz I feel like I like all the Gen 2 starters and I've used them all at least once, but I feel like Cyndaquil is just like so much fun and it's so cute. And I like using it. But like
Yeah.
they're all just like normal types. So it's not really very exciting to use one on your team because you don't really get much coverage out of like any of them except
Yeah.
Feraligatr gets some good coverage.
Yeah, he gets Ice Punch. He gets
yeah.
Bite.
Crunch. That's pretty much how I soloed. I
Crunch
beat
is
all
an
of
egg
Soul
move in
Silver.
GSC.
Yeah, I beat all of Soul Silver with Totodile a couple years back. I think I told you about that.
Yeah, I remember. You know
Yeah.
what? Like the first time we hung out in like years, you were doing that Totodile solo run when we went to
I
see a
was.
movie together.
What movie?
I forget what
I
one.
don't
It was an
even.
animated movie.
Was it like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour?
No, that was no. It was in
It
theaters.
was
We
in
were
like
talking about
20.
Jimmy Timmy Power
It
Hour.
was in like 2012. Was it with your grandma or something?
Yes, it was with my grandma.
Oh, what was it? I remember. I remember. I feel like I remember what theater we went to. The one that's like close to our house.
Yeah,
Just
it
look
was
up
the
like
super
what
cheap
movies
one.
came out in 2012.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2012
Oh,
animated
what?
movies. I'm thinking it's there's Brave, Wreck-It
I
Ralph,
I never saw Brave. Oh, was it Wreck-It Ralph? I feel like I
possibly.
I feel like I didn't see that with my normal friend group because they had all like already seen it.
Was it
It
Ice Age Continental Drift?
I don't know. I feel like I saw that with my mom. That was the one where they all migrate and like Scrat gets a girlfriend, right?
Yes.
I
Or
feel
no,
like
it was where it was like a there was like pirates.
what?
There was like a pirate guy.
Oh yeah,
No,
and like the Saber-tooth girl
yeah.
villain. I remember that.
Okay, so it wasn't that. Was it Madagascar 3?
I don't remember seeing Madagascar 3. I
Or
just remember the
or was
funny
it
Circus Afro song that
or
everyone
was it
was
Rise
like,
of the Guardians?
I never saw that. That was the one
I
with fucking anime Jack Frost, right?
Yes.
I never saw that.
That people shipped with Elsa.
Yeah. And
Then what
the
the fuck did
Onceler.
we see together? It was
don't
an
know.
animated movie. I remember it being
remember-
animated.
I remember my set with Totodile was like Waterfall, Superpower, Ice Fang, and like Crunch, and that was my coverage. I don't think I
yeah,
ever
but,
beat
like-
Red because he just leads with Pikachu and uses Thunderbolt, and I'm just like, well, all right, fuck you.
Yeah, you can't really do much with this.
Can't really. Cast form better get a rock form and Sword and Shield
It,
for
it
Sandstorm.
most likely isn't, despite how much we both want it to
It'd be-
happen. It, most
it
likely
would make sense. They should make a
does-
Pokemon like Cast form that changes with the terrain.
All right, so should we just go over all the new stuff like individually?
The items.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Just
so.
like
I
so
forget some of them. I know
there
like room
was
service and
yeah, there was room service, which lowers
yeah.
speed and trick room,
yeah,
which is going to be very good.
Yeah.
Just in general.
some Pokemon just aren't slow enough.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Like,
be good with like Bronzong. Like just run Bronzong with like Trick
With
Room and
Gyro
Gyro Ball. Yeah, easily. It's already
That
pretty
could
slow,
be-
but it'll make it like super easy.
Yeah. Right. They showed Rhyperior in the trailer, and
Yeah.
that's a pretty good option
Rhyperior
for
is
it.
like 60 speed, right?
It's like 40,
40?
something like
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
like that.
That would be
Um,
good with like Solid Rock and like Weakness Policy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Aqua Jet weakness policy on like trick
Maybe
room
not
to
Aqua Jet, because that would be quad effective, and that would still be a lot, even though it has Solid Rock.
Well, it's solid. You could just do.
Maybe
you could
like
have
Mach
it be like.
Punch.
No, the thing is though, you could have it be like from a Golduck with 0 attack investment, 0 attack IV. Like how it would just be super.
You could
weak.
just have like Mach Punch on. Is there anything that learns Mach Punch that doesn't get stab?
I don't think so. Let me to Google. But
To Sarah B.
yeah, let's find out. I think it is only fighting types. Oh no, wait. No, you know who does get it?
Who?
Ladyba and Magby.
Oh boy. That's hilarious.
That's truly incredible.
I really hope
just
we
run
get
your
like
Ledian
a.
on your.
I hope we get like a fairy fighting type, and it gets like
I do
some
too.
new physical fairy move. Because Play Rough is just not good. Like it's good, but it's not reliable, and I would like something with like more accuracy.
Yeah, like same power as Dazzling Gleam, preferably.
I feel like Dazzling Gleam should flinch, because there's no upside to it other than like, oh, I accidentally evolved my Clefairy, and all I have is this
Well, it also
TM for
hits two
Dazzling Gleam.
Pokemon in a field.
Yeah, like it'd be like Rock Slide, but like special, and it would have a
Yeah.
chance to flinch, like a 10% chance, because it's like blinding lights. Like, yeah, that would make sense to flinch. Should have some added effect.
That's true.
We should get a, God, what was I gonna say? There should be like a fairy Pokemon with like Reckless, or what's the ability? Sheer Force. Just run like Dazzling Gleam, Sheer Force.
I mean, Play Rough does have another effect. It
Lowers
can
attack.
lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sheer Force Play Rough would actually be kind of crazy.
Yeah. Or if Dazzling Gleam did have a chance to flinch, that would be good on Togekiss.
Yeah, that's true. The Hacks God grows
Yeah.
stronger.
I wanna replay Platinum and use a Togekiss with like Serene Grace and like Water Pulse and like charge beam or something like that, something
Yeah.
silly, and like air slash.
Ancient power, air
But
slash.
I also don't want to reset my platinum file because I'm also a big fan of like the team I made, and I already had to go through the painstaking process of erasing my file from 2009 from my childhood. That was my oldest living Pokemon file like to date. Like all my Game Boy games I've
Damn.
started over at least once. And
I
I wasn't quite like emotionally invested in it then as I am like now. Because like back then I
still
was just like whatever, I want to replay the game. But like now that I like waited so long, it had like nostalgic
Yeah.
value to me. And I'm just like, oh man, there's like so much shit in here that I had as a kid, like a bunch of like traded Pokemon and like hacked Pokemon and shit that I transferred up
No,
from like my
I still
used
have my
copy of
childhood
Sapphire.
platinum. I still have my childhood platinum that I tore the sticker off of for some fucking reason, and also hacked the shit out of. Like,
Yeah, same.
I have a Venusaur with overheat and water pulse. I have a Blastoise with solar beam and overheat. I don't know
Oh
what
my
I was
God.
thinking. I was just thinking high base power move, please.
Get that Blastoise with Volt. What was the fucking move?
Zap cannon.
Yeah, Zap Cannon. That should be boosted by Mega Launcher, by the
It
way.
should, but you know what? You know why they didn't do that? Is because they didn't re-release it. Because they won't fucking re-release
Yeah,
any of the
obviously,
Pokemon.
obviously. Just like with like Superpower Spinda or something like
Yeah.
that. Like they're just not gonna bother. You know, it would take like one click to allow it to enable to
Yeah.
use like Superpower by Tutor, and they're just like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like who cares about
Fuck
Spinda?
Also, the other item that they showed off, the eject pack, where
Yeah,
you're.
I like that. That's like a better red card.
Yeah,
Because like I feel like that was their intent to begin with the red card was like you would use a move like that and then get hit and then just get swapped out. But I feel like this is a lot more of like an easy to use item because you can be like
Yeah.
self-inflicted. You could even have
The red-
something like that you don't want to get intimidated and just like, oh, if it gets intimidated, it just swaps out immediately.
yeah. But the thing
And-
is, though, the red card can be used for some other crazy tech, like fucking Wolfglick back in 2016 Worlds. He had like his Hitmontop or something had a red card. He swapped in. Oh no, I remember exactly what happened. He had a regular Rayquaza and Primal Kyogre and Hitmontop or something like that. And what happened was his opponent was targeting him with Ice Beam on his Primal Kyogre because the guy had both Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon out in the field.
Oh boy.
And Wolf had his Primal Kyogre and his Rayquaza, regular Rayquaza out in the field. He swapped his Rayquaza out. Oh no, it wasn't red card. It was eject button. That's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. Oh yeah,
The
red card switches
switches
them
your-
out. Yeah.
Yeah. He switched into his Hitmontop, ate the Ice Beam, used the eject button, swapped into the Rayquaza. The effects of the or no, it was a primal. Yeah, never mind. It was a Primal Kyogre. Sorry, I'm getting really confused.
Just get to
was-
the gist of it. What happened?
Swapped into Primal Kyogre after the amazing tech, or swapped into whatever. Used Water Spout after the effects of the weather were gone, and O-code his opponent's Primal Groudon and did
Oh,
like
it like refreshed
75%.
refreshed the weather.
Yeah.
It like brought back out the
Yeah.
rain. Oh, that's dope.
It truly was. And Wolf did this fucking funny ass stare into the camera as he did it because he knew he just played this man hard.
He just knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, because Wolfie Glick has the galaxy brain of a god.
That name sounds familiar. There was like a kid. How do you spell his name?
WOLFEGLICKE.
There was this kid in like elementary school I went to class with named Wolfie who like transferred in, but I think his name was like IE. Also, that name, like nowadays, if your parents named you Wolfie, they're probably like definitely furries. Because like
The thing is,
parents,
though,
like
how
boomers
his
are a
name
lot
is
more
spelled,
innocent.
like-
They don't know about that shit. But like
How-
nowadays, if you name your child Wolfie, that you are like 100% a furry. Or if you're
No, the
named
thing is though,
Wolfie,
like, his real name is just Wolf, WOLFE,
Just a
but his
nickname.
Is Wolfie with
he
a
just
Y.
pronounces it that way.
Also, you two are the same age. He's 21 and you're 21.
He might have been in my 5th grade
you
class.
he might have known. you.
I remember he was like blonde or something and like had like spiked up hair.
Do you remember what he looked like? 'Cause
Vaguely,
This is,
vaguely.
'cause this is what he looks like now.
Oh yeah, that's not him. He had like blonde hair.
But yeah, he initially got known because in Gen 5 he
Okay,
had an
well-
executor. He brought an executor
Nice.
to Worlds and won.
Dude, you
And
know what?
then,
You know what? That room service is gonna be good with I think I
What?
told you already, but with Defiant, you could like lower your own speed with the item,
Oh
and then
yeah.
have like, is it +2 attack?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would be really good for like
Bro,
Empoleon maybe.
Bisharp is about to
Yeah,
go crazy in Trick Room.
I need to see like the slowest Defiant Pokemon real quick, because that would actually
Honchkrow
be
actually
nuts.
could benefit from that too, because you know he could do Trick Room, have his speed go down, and then outspeed everything and just click Night Slash with Scope Lens and Super Luck, and then just hurt everything to
That'd be
death.
nuts. Also, I like Corviknight's hidden ability. I kind of wanted to
Yeah,
use one on my team, but I was kind of like about its abilities. So if possible, I'm probably gonna like go for a
his
hidden
hidden ability
ability.
through like a
Yeah,
max raid.
if there's a way to do it, yeah. Okay,
I'm
what's
guessing
the...
it's gonna possibly be post game.
Okay, so
So
Empoleon and Farfetch'd are the slowest fully evolved Pokemon that have Defiant. So like if Farfetch'd's rumored Galarian form evolution is still like just as slow or like the same speed or not much higher, then I could still see it being really good.
they're showing off Death Stranding gameplay at a Gamescom right now.
Or fucking like Pawniard or Piplup and Little Cup. Dude, I
Yeah.
really want to see Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated.
Dude, there's when bro, someone's gonna get direct feed game capture of that shit, and we're gonna immediately watch it.
I think that Battle for Bikini Bottom speedrunner Shift, I think he's getting direct. I think he asked if he could get direct footage, and
Oh,
they said, I think he said maybe, I don't remember.
he deserves it. He
I
was one of
know.
the few people who's keeping that game alive.
Yeah, he's getting world records like every week.
Hell
It's
yeah,
insane. That
that's
game is so unoptimized too, because there's a lot of like tricks that are like random. I think I've never heard an explanation of the tricks. I've just like seen them in action and been like, whoa, okay.
I think somewhat. You know what? I remember I saw this video where I think it was Shift or one of the few other Battle for Bikini Bottom speedrunners. They found someone else just streaming the game casually, and they said like, "We'll give you $100 if you do this speedrunning trick." And then they
What was the
and the
trick? Like
guy
some
did it.
skip?
It was a skip for one of the slides.
Oh, really? Oh,
He
is
had
it the
like
Mermaid Man one in the
I think
forest?
so.
That one
You
is
did,
so
like
hard. I wouldn't mind trying
yeah.
to learn to skip it.
And yeah, they said like if you do this skip, we'll give you $100, and then he did, and he got the $100.
Dude, the 100% speedrun is so satisfying to watch. He does the whole game in like an hour, and like you go through all the worlds like backwards just because you get like so much speed. You can like make it to places that they only intended for you to come from, like the opposite way. So like you can just like jump up to like a shortcut at the end of the level, and then like when you open, you know those warp boxes.
Yeah.
When you open the second warp box, it automatically opens the first one because obviously they assume you're going to open the first one first.
Yeah.
So it opens both of them. So you literally
That's
like
crazy.
what you do with like that Mermaid Man skip is like you get to the bottom and then you warp up to Mermaid Man and then like accept the challenge and then just warp down and like jump up and hit a trigger and then you win.
That wasn't what I was remember. That's not the skip I was thinking about. It was you genuinely do have to start the slide, but you have to like do this super crazy precise jump to get to like a thing, and
Yeah,
then you can.
that slide is like full of shortcuts that are like really hard to do. And like some of
Well,
them it's hard to tell like which way you're supposed to be going cuz like when you're on the slide the game kind of like forces you to go down. So if you like hit a loop going the wrong way, it's going to just like force you to turn around and sometimes that like fucks up your inputs or it just like shoves you off if you're holding the wrong direction or something like that. So it can be kind of rough, especially when there's like collectibles on the slide. The Sand Mountain skips are like really funny because Larry's is like the hardest one, or it's like the shortest time limit. And what he does is he like goes down the slide and then he finds this like out of bounds thing, and then he just like flies down to the bottom of one of the opposite slides, like one that's because all the slides are in the same map, I think. So like he just goes down to the other one, and then that triggers like the end of race trigger, and then he just wins.
that's awesome.
It's so entertaining. I can't wait for the remake. If they're adding like all this new stuff that was cut,
Yeah,
like the
it's
Squidward
good.
boss, maybe they'll even make him
uh,
playable because it seems like he was planned to be playable because he's in like all the
Possibly.
cutscenes with like the bosses and stuff. It feels
And
like he was
also
cut like
Glove
really early
World.
on.
It's gonna be Glove World,
And Sandy's Dome was originally going to be a full level.
dude. Honestly, THQ Nordic is actually they're doing they're
They're being the
pretty
goat
cool.
right now. They're being really
Yeah.
cool.
if they somehow get the license to fucking remake the SpongeBob movie game,
That
that
would be
would also
cool.
be pretty sweet.
I was like, I could see them like, well, not now that it's already been confirmed, but like I could have seen them like remastering both games and like releasing them together, sort of
Yeah.
like Crash or Spyro. I feel like that
Mm,
would be cool, or that would have been
You
cool,
know,
but it's probably not going to happen. I could see
you know
them
what?
doing
Okay.
that with the Zelda Oracle games too, like Seasons and
Yeah.
Ages, just like packaging them
Mhm.
together if Link's Awakening does well, which is coming out like next month, right?
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
nuts.
It's like September.
Yeah, I'm already getting River City Girls, so that'll be my game for the month. And that night, I've already played Link's Awakening. I'll probably just replay it when it comes out. Not that I don't want it. I obviously want it, but
Yeah,
I'm trying to
because
save money right
it
now.
looks neat. It has the pretty
Yeah, I like it.
style.
You know that speedrun of Link's Awakening is like 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, you go down and you get the sword and you kill a precise amount of enemies, which like changes the memory of the game. And then you walk like backwards into Bow Wow's into his doghouse, and then that just wrong warps you to the final boss fight like instantly. It's so funny to watch. You kill like 8 Octoroks, and then you get back to town, and then you just like stand. You have to like walk diagonally into the doghouse door like from behind. You got to do it in like a precise way so that like Link is like partially in the wall, and then you're just in the final boss. But I've tried it before, and it's so goddamn hard to beat that boss with like just the sword.
Yeah.
Some people do like, I think there's a glitch you can do where like you force one of the enemies to drop magic powder, which makes one of the phases easier. Because that phase where he's a blob, you're supposed to hit him with magic powder and then hit him with the sword, which is how you're like intended to do it. But there's a trick
Yeah.
where you can hit him without the magic powder if you spin attack. Like if you spin attack him, like if you release the spin attack as he lands, it's like frame perfect. You have like 1 frame to hit him with the spin attack, and
Or it
then
just beats
that'll
him
count
one
as
hit.
damage. No, it,
Oh,
it, it does like 1 damage, and you're supposed to hit him like 3 times. It's so hard to
oh, I'm
do.
thinking of the boomerang. If you
Yeah,
boomerang
yeah,
that in the
that's the
perfect
end.
time.
Yeah, that's the end. That just defeats the final phase in one hit. I think the farthest I've gotten that fight, like attempting the speedrun, was like the Ganon phase where he shoots the bats at you, but you don't have the feather either, so they're like so hard to avoid. It's so difficult. I really hope they keep all like the speedrun tricks and glitches in Battle for Bikini Bottom remastered,
That would be pretty neat, but I'm not fully sure.
because they did that for Ocarina of Time, right? Like they were originally gonna patch out some of the glitches, but like they
Yeah,
just kept them
but
in.
they wanted to. They so it was me from the ground up. They decided might as well just keep it in.
Yeah, I like because they're already pretty much just copying the code, right?
Yeah.
They're just remastering like the engine and the graphics and stuff, because Nintendo outsourced it to Grezzo, which I'm fine with, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, like the Majora's Mask remake wasn't like well received because of some of the changes they made. But
Yeah,
like,
I trust me. I've had that video with
oh
the fucking
yeah,
moon
yeah,
with the
the
lips on
funny
it in my
face.
recommended.
I mean, hey, people hate on it, but like that's just how you do thumbnails. Like something that gets your attention and gets people talking about your video. Like that's how you do thumbnails. Like
Yeah,
something people
I
want to click
agree.
on. Because it's a good video. I watched it. It's legitimately a good analysis
No,
of the
I
game.
watched it too. I agree.
It was
But the thing,
good.
okay, I don't necessarily agree. I haven't played Majora's Mask in full, so I
Yeah.
can't really state a good opinion on it.
I played
But,
a good
the guy made
portion
his
of the
points.
original.
The guy made some good points. I read some of the rebuttal comments, and
Yeah.
they brought up some good counter arguments. So like,
I dislike the upon replaying it, I dislike the needing magic to go faster to use the shield thing. But like in a way, it kind of makes sense. I just wish they didn't make it drain so fast. Because like just like getting around Great Bay, there's like no magic pots anywhere. Like you pretty much have to either get lucky with a drop or just like it's just kind of annoying. I wish they made it like drain a lot less. And then the Badger race, if you like fuck up once and like bonk and lose your shield and like or like make a wrong turn and waste too much magic, you're probably just gonna be screwed unless you swim through another pot.
whenever I just want to say right now, if we ever do Let's Play any of the major Zelda games, I kind of want to play them, considering
Majora's Mask.
and also Zach has never beaten a Zelda game, Heinz.
Oh shit.
So like,
We gotta get you on that.
yeah,
We could play
I know.
we could play something short or like smaller. Like the
I
original
own-
Link's Awakening, that would be pretty easy.
I own the majority of the Zelda games too, and I'm just a dummy.
Oh yeah, you have the 3DS capture thing too, right? We could totally do
Yeah.
like a 3DS Let's Play. Would it like go up to the TV so I would be able to see it easier
Yeah. I just
without
need
having
to
to like
have
look over your
the.
shoulder?
I just need to have the HDMI out for my laptop. Go to the TV.
Yeah. Get some
The
like
only.
long HDMI cables. Just some
Yeah.
long
The
cables in
only.
general. They'll save your life.
The, the only problem is that right now I don't have that many USB ports on my laptop,
Oh
and
yeah.
also
Get a USB extender.
I also I've been having some weird sound issues from my Capture 2DS when I'm trying to capture the audio over USB. So what I'm probably going to have to do is I have another computer. I have a desktop that was given to me by my mom's friend. What I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to most likely have to do this really long convoluted solution of using the headphone out and putting it in the line in, so it plays the audio through the it'll send the audio directly to the computer, and then have an HDMI out, have that go to the TV, and also go to my Elgato.
Just
for
like
the
the
same
most wonky setup possible. Just like
most
cables
likely.
everywhere.
Mhm.
Like this goes to that, which goes to this, which comes back to this, which goes out to that. And it just works.
Yeah, it just works. It's like the Bethesda game. Just go,
Your
so
your
look
whole
at
life
it.
is
It
a
works
Bethesda
fine.
game. It's falling apart.
Just
Imagine
don't,
Todd.
Just don't look at it long enough. You'll be fine.
Imagine Todd making like a real life simulator game like Sims or some shit. Those games honestly seem like they're made by Bethesda. Like, have you seen the like Sims patch notes videos where like those
No.
people read Sims patch notes out loud, and one of them was like fixed a glitch which allowed you to try for baby with like the Grim Reaper or something like that. It's just like people reading Sims patch notes and like laughing because they're just so ridiculous. It's like, why would this be a thing?
I'm pretty sure Todd just runs EA and we just don't. It's in secret.
I wouldn't be surprised. Aren't they
Did you
adding
ever
loot
read-
boxes to Fallout 76?
They added Battle Royale.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't be
possibly.
surprised if that came soon. My friend got Fallout 76 last year for like his birthday, and like he's trying not to complain about it too much because like his parents knows he likes Fallout, and they were just trying to be like considerate.
Good
And you know, he's
intentions,
yeah
good
yeah
intentions.
he's not trying to like shit on them for getting him a gift. So he's like been trying to see like the bright side, and he's a huge Fallout fan. Like, don't get me wrong, like I felt like he would be more upset about it than I did, which like
Yeah.
I wasn't even like personally upset. But like I saw how people were like reacting, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, that kind of is like a big insult to people."
Yeah.
Where it's like online only, like
And also,
wasn't
like,
it?
the fact that
Yeah, it was like $60 for like an online game
for
that,
a broken online only game at
Yeah.
launch.
and it's like free to play now, isn't it?
No, it's
No?
you still have to pay for. The thing is, though, you can buy it like super cheap on console.
Right.
You can get it used for. You can buy or not. You can buy like not even used a brand new copy. Which, by the way, doesn't even matter. It's still a download code. It's a
Yeah.
cardboard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is the point? Yeah, I saw a lot of people talking about that. It's like, what's the point?
But the you can buy one brand new for like $10 now.
Jesus, that's a worse tank than like the PlayStation Classic.
Yeah, and yeah, I paid $20 for mine.
It's probably gonna get cheaper.
I need to get my I need to get a 32 gigabyte USB drive so I can actually hack it and load it with good games.
I don't know what they were thinking, because like I haven't heard of like a single game that's on the PlayStation Classic.
They rush it out for Christmas. That's
Like, what the
that's the issue.
I thought, like, I initially thought they had like the original Crash Bandicoot game, and I was okay, I could see that being a selling point for some people, but like it didn't even have that, so I was like, what's the
No,
point?
like you know what they could have done? They could have just
Crash or
brought
nothing.
like they could have. They didn't even need Crash or Spyro. Like they could
Yeah.
have just used one of their more obscure PS1 only platformers like Gex or Croc
Or
like,
anything recognizable.
or the thing is, though, it doesn't even necessarily need to be recognizable. It could just be a good game.
Yeah.
Like it
Something
could have
people
been
know
Croc.
is good.
Could have been, yeah, it could have been Croc. It could have been Tomba. It could have been fucking anything.
Yeah.
But they had Resident Evil on there. They had the PAL version, but it's still Resident Evil.
Yeah. It's something people recognize.
Over half of the games were the PAL version, by the way.
Isn't that the European version or something?
Yeah, and they run slower.
Jesus.
So instead of 60 frames a second, they run at 50. Or in case of PAL games that were supposed to run at 30, that when a game ran at 30 here, it ran at 25 in PAL regions.
I'm gonna look up. Okay, I'm looking at the list of. Okay, wait, no, that's just PlayStation games. I'm looking up like which games are on the PlayStation Classic right now because I don't remember all of them. I'm just gonna like skim through
You'll
them
be
and see if I
disappointed.
recognize anything. Fucking, even the Nintendo Switch has fucking Final Fantasy VII. Like that's sad. Like when your console doesn't even have like one of the most.
No, it does have FF7. It's
Oh, it
one of the few
does?
games that's actually on there.
Okay, Jesus. Yeah, get over the pretentious shit. What games are there? The whole webs. Okay, Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, Jumping Flash, the original Grand Theft Auto, Abe's Odyssey, Rayman, Resident Evil, Street Fighter. Oh, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. There's not even a Street Fighter game? Jesus. And the
No.
original Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
By the way, remember, no
Whoa.
analog controls. It's a first-person shooter, no analog sticks.
Revelations Persona. Is that Persona 1?
Yeah, it's Persona 1.
What the fuck? That's it. That exists?
Yeah.
That's funny. That is pretty funny. I love that meme where it's like, don't fuck with us Persona 1 and 2 fans. We don't exist. I love those memes like that. Okay, so like I can see like if you're a fan of like a couple of these games, getting them, but like some of these I've just like never heard of. Like what the fuck is Intelligent Cube?
It's a puzzle game. It's one of the few recognizable puzzle games on the PS1 aside from Super Puzzle Fighter.
Well, it goes to say something when I haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Twisted
Then again,
Metal.
I
Yeah,
watched
some of these are
Headacris,
just
the PS1 guy, so
dude, we could even play you have that 3DS cap. We could play it's a new 2DS, right?
no, it's a regular 2DS.
Oh damn, I was gonna say if it has the SNES games on the eShop, we could just get Link to the Past. If I do bring my Wii U to your house, I have Link to the Past on my Wii U.
I have a
So we could play it
SNES
that way.
Classic.
That too. But I mean, I did buy the game and I feel bad for not playing it on the Wii U ever at all.
Yeah,
I have
I
I still need to play Earthbound.
same.
I
The
a
thing
lot
is,
of RPGs
I
on
played
there.
it. I played. I don't want to spoil anything. I played up to a specific dungeon, and I was kind of underleveled, and I got stuck in this dungeon, and it was
Jesus.
really stupid.
At least if we do like let's play it, I'll be able to like play it blind and you can like help me up to a point and then like after a certain point
Yeah.
it'll just be blind for
And
both
then
of us.
we could like take turns switching controllers or something.
Maybe.
Since it would be equally blind up to that point.
Oh yeah, dude, you have that GameCube capture thing, right?
Yeah, my
You don't-
my GCHD.
Do you have a Game Boy player?
Yeah, I have
Oh
a Game Boy
shit.
player.
Dude, we could do Superstar Saga co-op.
Hell yeah.
I did that with Louis like a couple years ago,
yeah,
but
and then
like
you
I
fucked up because the classic
Okay.
one I gave
Yeah, I haven't told this story, but like we were playing, me and another friend of mine who's not here right now, Louis. We played. He brought his Game Boy player over, and we played Superstar Saga on my GameCube at my house, and we were doing like the co-op, which is like if you don't know, if you plug in, okay, it's a really like niche thing, which I feel like not a lot of people have heard about. But like if you play Superstar Saga on the GameCube with the Game Boy player, you have the option to do co-op where like two people plug in controllers and they both have equal control over Mario and Luigi. But like the challenge is like only one person controls Mario and like the other controls Luigi, and you both do like the inputs for bros attacks and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And we did that. We played for like 40 minutes. I think we beat Queen Bean, and that was as far as we got. So we did like 4 episodes worth of footage, and then there was
I
like a
also
lot of
own
shenanigans.
Superstar
And
Saga.
yeah, and I tapped I was like fucking around, and I tapped the button on. This is my old capture card that Zach here got me, which has
Yeah.
like it has this really weird like touch screen
Interface.
interface. Yeah, it's so dumb, and like you can there's like a lock button, so you don't accidentally like hit the other buttons, but you could just as easily accidentally hit the unlock button as you could like fuck with the volume when it's unlocked. So I was like touching the capture card with my foot. I was like tapping it because I thought it'd be funny, and I hit like stop recording like in between episodes, and then we went to resume, and I guess I accidentally hit like the mute microphone button. So like the whole Queen Bean fight is just silent, and it's like us fucking up the whole time. I think it's still somewhere on my my old flash drive back home that I use for my old capture card. Actually, I think it's in my backpack.
You and Louis had to do post commentary on that just for the funny.
No, it wouldn't be as funny. It wouldn't be as natural. And if we let's play it, it's gonna kind of be pointless unless people care about me doing like a lost footage sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do have a better microphone now. Arguably, it is a USB microphone, but it's still better than a headset microphone plugged into a capture card. But yeah, we should do that. I wish that would be a cool gimmick if they did make a new Mario and Luigi game for like
co-op?
Switch. Yeah, for like Switch, where you like hand someone a Joy-Con and like one person, like both of you can move, but like only one person can like jump with Mario or jump with Luigi. That would be so cool.
I wonder why they didn't have that function in the Wii U Virtual Console version. They could have.
The Game Boy player? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, they didn't have GameCube Virtual Console, so I don't know. Maybe that would require emulating the GBA player and then emulating like Superstar Saga through that.
The thing is, though, it's in the actual GBA ROM file, so they could have
it's
just
in the
activated
code?
it. Yeah, it's in the code of the game because that's how that stuff for that worked with the Game Boy player functioned.
We gotta see about that. Maybe someone could like hack their Wii U and like open up the file and enable the code. That would be cool,
That'd
actually.
Be neat.
I would definitely get someone to do that for my Wii U.
If you're out there and you're listening to this podcast,
if you know
us.
if you know anyone who can hack Wii U's or just Nintendo systems in general, put us in contact with them, and we will reach out to them, and we'll shout you out in the next one. Or as soon as we get someone who puts us in contact with them, then we'll shout you out.
You know what we could do? You know what I think it'd be funny? We could just because I know Patty Trills. We could just invite him on, and we could just do a whole podcast episode talking about our experiences because we all went to the same high school.
That's true.
We could just have this alumni episode.
Jesus. Should I bleep that? Should I bleep our high school, or do you not care?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see about that. What was it? Okay, it's like an hour in. Okay.
I just say that. You can just cut you can just cut me saying that out.
No, you don't have
like,
to. It'd be funny.
topic.
It'd be funny. If you share the episode with him and then be like, "Hey, want to come on our podcast someday?"
Yeah.
I never got to meet him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I met him a few times.
I gotta find out.
I've met him 3 times now.
Yeah, I gotta find out.
Level Up Expo. He showed up to my house to give me a shirt, and I met him.
At Evo, yeah. I still never got to meet him or find out if he had any of the same teachers as me. But I gotta tell him about my physics teacher that was like the Reagan assassination conspiracy theorist.
Who was your biology teacher freshman year?
I forget her name.
Oh,
she was like the blonde. She was like the blonde lady.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to censor this one out too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking just cut this whole thing out because we talk about
No, it's fine. No, I don't mind having school talk, but like I know I don't have like hundreds of thousands of people listening to my podcast every day. It was probably just for the best that someone doesn't accidentally stumble upon this and like share it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit happens on the internet.
Yeah.
You never know who your shit's gonna reach. Yeah, same here. Because I actually did the homework and shit and like was cool with her. But I feel like
okay, so you knew JJ, right?
Yeah.
You know what? He had a funny nickname for her.
Oh no.
You know what he called her? He called her Miss Cunty.
Oh wow.
Like, and I never get why he didn't like her. She was really nice.
She's, I guess, the people who I always heard like saying they didn't like her were people who were like failing the class and like not turning in any of the homework or doing any of the notes, because I think she had like a graded notes sort of thing where she would just like look at your notebook and make sure you're paying attention.
I never was a fan of that, because
the notebook thing we had.
There are kids who can get by in a class without the need to take notes.
Yeah,
and
I do that in a couple classes.
It's dumb to do that.
Because like there are some kids who just like open up the slideshow on their laptop and just write down like verbatim what's on the slides, which like isn't very helpful. Because like if that helps you remember it, well, okay, they won't even like write it down. They'll just open up the slideshow in one tab and then like open up a Google Doc and start like typing. Just typing all the slides like verbatim, like bullet point for bullet point, like the exact same thing. And like I guess it's good to have that as like a reference, just so everything's in like one document. But like if the professor uploads the slides, then it's just like better because it's like isolated by chapter and you can like search them.
Yeah.
And it's like more easily broken down than just like pages and pages of like listed bullet points and shit like that. Like, you gotta have like some substance. Like, I could see if they were opening up the slideshow, which is what I did in my last class. I opened up the slideshow on my phone on my desk, like if I fell behind, like just in case I fell behind or something or wanted to keep writing something. And I would like write down, because like actually physically writing something is like a much better way to remember something than just typing it, because you remember like the motions of like writing it, and then it's like there physically in your book, which I just think like notebooks are better for notes to begin with, just like by principle.
Yeah.
Because it's something like you wrote.
You know what's funny? I was just scrolling through Reddit, and I saw a thing about like funny comebacks to a teacher. And apparently in this person posted, in my math class, there was this kid who always slept in class. And one day the teacher tried to call him out. So she wrote an equation on the chalkboard, called him, told him to do the equation. He got up, solved the equation with no problem, went back to his desk and went back to sleep.
That's amazing.
And apparently she tried to do this a few more times, and then she just gave up and let the kid sleep.
Yeah, that was me in my 7th grade English class. We were reading The Lightning Thief, and I got like so far ahead in the book that I started like reading the second one on my free time.
That's like a 5th grade book. I read that book in elementary school.
I know, it's funny. We also read The Outsiders, which I really liked.
That's a stark contrast, right?
I know,
there.
right? That was like the last book I remember enjoying reading.
That's literally fun tween book about
sci-fi.
To
about, like,
actual gang violence.
Yeah, Jesus. It was. I saw the movie a while back. My dad got it for me on DVD.
I'm either think of The Outsiders or Stand By Me, or maybe it's both.
I think that's a different movie.
Oh no, wait! Both of them do involve gangs. Okay, I'm not crazy.
I just like the book because it really made me like imagine the characters in my head. It just was like really engaging. Apparently the author is like a homophobe or something. Don't quote me on that. I just remember seeing someone like saying like, wow, these characters from this book are gay. And she like blocked them on Twitter or something like that. It was ridiculous. Someone was like, I can't believe Ponyboy is gay. And then she was like, this is not true. Or some shit like that. And people were just like laughing at her or something like that. It's at least better than like whatever the hell fucking J.K. Rowling is doing. Yeah. Because like my roommate had his boyfriend over like a couple weeks ago, and we watched the first Harry Potter movie, and we were just making jokes the whole time about like, oh, Hagrid is gay. Like the Sorting Hat is gay. Some shit. You've seen that Gus Johnson video, right?
Yes, I
Where
have.
she's just like, Hermione is black. He's like, what? Like, what do you say? Like, she's clearly described. It's like, oh my god, it's just so funny. I don't know why shit like that is so funny.
She also literally said something about Dumbledore and the guy from Gringotts had a passionate.
Oh yeah, like, the fucking like
relationship.
The like gremlin elf dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought it was it the fucking bank teller? I thought she said someone else. Oh my god. It was the
bank teller.
They're so nasty in the first movie.
It's so gross.
You know that one professor that was in like the Oni cartoon and they like changed later on?
I think so.
The one who's like, we're doing Accio now, Gerald, but good job anyway. 500 points to Gryffindor.
I love that. Okay, my favorite, dude, have you've seen the Oni plays the best GTA hijinks ever recorded?
Yeah, my friend watched that with me. That was fucking ridiculous. I wanted more. So I was not satisfied at the end. I was like, wait, what? That's the end? That was like just getting good, and then it ended.
I genuinely I don't get people who play GTA to abide by the law and like role play as living a regular ass life.
That's exactly what my friend said. He was like, I don't get how people can take this like role playing shit so seriously.
And this guy and the cop the cop was live streaming too. There are people in chat watching.
That's hilarious.
And also the funny thing is the guy who Oni was with was a streamer.
It was Djibouti Dubs, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, though, someone in the officer's chat said it was Djibouti, but he wasn't sure who the other guy was. They didn't know
Chris
Internet
is
Funny
just like
Man,
a master.
Christopher O'Neill.
Chris is just a master like voice actor that he could like
He
do.
is.
If you've never like heard him before or like not in a long time, you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't recognize his voice. Like if you've only seen his cartoons, you probably wouldn't recognize his voice. But like we watch like Oni plays and stuff, so we would probably recognize if he was doing a voice.
Yeah.
I do voices and shit like that all the time, like huh,
Yeah.
you know, just like I am a man
Yeah.
and I'm here, you know, shit like that. But like if you know Chris, then you definitely know it's just him doing a voice.
Yeah.
The fucking
the
part
Harry
where like the
Potter-
guy came back and they stole his car and just hit him and drove off was so funny.
And the guy was like, ah.
Yeah, he was pretending to be all like injured. He's like, oh, put down the gun, you said. I was like, that was just so funny how he's being all sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so perfect.
I honestly, even though I do agree it should have gone on for a little bit longer, I think it also ended at just the perfect moment of them fucking flying and crashing into the water.
Yeah, that was so good. It was a good, like, I wish there was a part 2 because it's a really good, like, cliffhanger. Because I really wanted to see what happens when they, like, get found out, like, just in the ocean or
he
something
actually
like
does
that.
Get banned.
Yeah. Because he did get banned, like, a week later or something, he said, right?
Yeah, he said it was like he got banned within 2 weeks of him joining.
I love his, like, character he did. He's like, my father
Yeah.
invented the bra or whatever it was.
I just kept randomly lifting weights out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was so funny. That reminds me of that the Super Mega E3 vlog where Matt just starts like doing
Yeah.
push-ups like in front of the Smash Bros thing. He's like, "You guys mind if I work out?" It was so funny.
Dude, he could climb better than Donkey Kong.
He climbs better than Donkey Kong. Oh my god. We gotta play Donkey Kong Country Returns or something like that. I never beat that
Yeah.
game as a kid. I think I got to like the 5th world or like whatever the second last world was on the Wii game, and I got stuck because I was like an idiot 11-year-old kid and I couldn't beat it. Or Tropical Freeze, that would be good if you have like the
Yeah.
Switch you got the Wii U version, right? Because it was cheaper.
No, I haven't bought the Wii U version
Ah.
yet. It is cheaper.
Yeah, that's so funny. Like all they added was Funky Kong, and they're like, this warrants the $60 price
Yeah,
tag
$60.
for the same
And
game.
they removed it for being off the eShop for the Wii U when it was
Wait,
20.
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh. Because
Which is
was it
good.
on
That's
sale
not-
or was it just because it was a Nintendo Selects, right? So it was cheaper.
Yeah, no, you can still get the physical copy. Like, you can still buy it, but it was just like on the eShop itself, on the Wii U eShop, it was $20.
The
And then
digital
when,
one was $20.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And then they removed that off the Wii U.
Jeez, is the 3DS version of like Country Returns on like the eShop or something? I don't know why I feel like I remember seeing it there.
I think you can buy it digitally.
That would be neat. What is this thing you
yeah.
sent me?
It's an excerpt from the cursed or the out of context Pokemon. It was this really fucked up advert for
God.
Pikachu for Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure.
Jesus. I love like bootleg shit like that where it's just like the Prima
This isn't
guides where
even-
like they clearly were not getting paid
Yeah,
much like at all.
Trico, Krogun, and Shinx.
And Shanks? Oh, that's Mew. The only one they got right was Piplup.
Yep.
It's like they weren't even trying.
Do you think the person who wrote this character was a middle-aged
Yeah,
woman?
they
who,
probably
like,
were not getting paid much at all.
Yeah, it was. This is definitely like a local store that just like got sent that this game was coming out or some.
I'll
some
probably have to
local-
throw this up on screen like while we're talking about this.
Yeah. This arguably isn't a podcast anymore. It's probably more like a talk show. So
Oh yeah. Well, it's just a talk show that we make into a podcast. Because like what separates a podcast and a talk show? 'Cause
for like a podcast from what I know from my friend my friend who runs a podcast, he says like it has to be on an actual podcast hosting website like Buzzsprout or like Spotify or
I don't know how to upload to Spotify. Do you
Yeah,
have to make
I
like
think
a
you have to-
creator account?
yeah, something like that.
I could probably do that. I don't know.
It sucks that you have to like pay money to keep it hosted and stuff like that. We
Ah,
really
yeah, that is
can't.
unless we start making money from doing these, then I probably can't put them
Yeah.
on Spotify.
I doubt it.
Because I would just be at a loss there. Not that I don't want to. I absolutely
Mm-hmm.
would love to. And if I get the money, I will gladly put this whole thing,
Yeah.
like every episode on Spotify if people want it. But like, just at the moment there aren't enough episodes or enough like it's very small. It's homegrown right now. We're trying to trying to keep to our size right now and try not to overgrow things.
In the Death Stranding gameplay, they have a cameo of game industry legend Jeff Kingley.
Oh boy!
And and now he's just there. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I see Kojima trending, and Insomniac. A lot of game things trending.
Yeah.
Popeyes is trending. Fans of Chick-fil-A and Popeyes are arguing over the best chicken sandwich. Chick-fil-A is overrated. I've never been there, but my parents went there like once, and I had a chicken strip with their sauce, and I was like, it's okay.
I used to eat their popcorn chicken, and it's good, but I don't really feel comfortable giving money to a company who sends money to places that kill gay people in Africa. So
gays in Africa.
So yeah, I'm good with. Yeah. I can live without it now.
It's one of those things where it's not really like, like one person boycotting it is going to like have an impact. It's more of just like a moral thing.
Yeah.
Like it's more for you than to make them bankrupt.
Yeah. I'm not trying to make them bankrupt. I'm just not going to give them money until they stop doing that.
That was the whole thing with like the Pokédex ordeal. People are like, you not buying the game isn't going to affect it. It's more of like a moral thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to buy this game because it doesn't live up to my standards, or like because it's not.
Or like, you could just be like all the fuckheads on VP. What they do is they just bought a secondhand 2DS and just fucking pirated everything on Free Shop, and it's gonna happen for the Switch at some point. Oh
yeah, definitely.
Like you can just be like those dickheads who buy a Switch Lite used and then just fucking
jailbreak it. Yeah.
Yeah, like as much as Nintendo doesn't want it to happen, as much as I don't want it to happen, it's going to happen.
For sure. Someone's going to find a way. Even if everybody was like, okay, guys, we're not going to do this time, right? Like, someone's going to do it. People are going to want to do it. Funny? They're going to catch on.
I remember back when Sun and Moon came out, or back like during the hype, 2 weeks before it, someone who was under the alias of Lurantis uploaded a file of Pokemon Moon, like.
Didn't they get their 3DS banned or something?
Yeah, but people did. But also the thing is though, that initial dump, it had like a different thing, so you physically couldn't go online.
Yeah.
It was like a weird thing.
It was like locked out.
But yeah, it was leaked, and when Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon were coming out, people were like there was two camps, because I kind of lurked on VP at this time, and there's two camps. One of them was like, come on, it's going to happen again. And it was like, guys, be fucking realistic here. There's not going to be a second Lurantis. It's not going to happen again. Literally the same day, like the year to the day,
later,
the 1 year anniversary of Sun and Moon getting leaked, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon got leaked.
Perfect
It was
timing.
Ultra Moon. It wasn't Lurantis this time. It was someone else, but it was the same day, but the next year.
Jesus. I remember seeing some like thread where someone like hacked their 3DS and then like got banned from the eShop because like Nintendo, because they tried going online with like their hacked 3DS and they got banned, and they were like all upset that they got banned when they hacked their 3DS. It's like, what did you expect? Like, what did you expect? You can't be mad that you fucking booted your console and stole
the
software.
Only hacks that the hacks that will get you banned for stuff like that is stuff that genuinely is cheating in games.
Yeah, just like straight up pirating, stealing games on their own console.
Duncan has hacked 3DSs, but that's just for genning Pokemon for free-for-alls, and he hasn't gotten banned.
I still have my power saves somewhere, either here or at home. I don't remember.
I might need that at some point.
At least we won't be able to gen like any Gen 8 Pokemon, but like any Pokemon that's in Gen 8 that's also in Gen 7, we could just like gen in like Sun and Moon and then just transfer it.
The thing is though, the Switch is arguably a lot easier to crack because it's not custom hardware this time. It's literally an off-the-shelf NVIDIA chip that's in the Shield tablet. So people have already gotten Android on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I saw that. So, someone was playing Love Live on Switch because it has like a touchscreen. I saw someone playing like a Love Live song.
And people already have found a way of making of PK hacks working on Let's Go, I think. So I do think that it's going to be possible to gen
That's
in
awesome.
Mons in Sword and Shield.
I wonder how transferring Pokemon from Let's Go to Sword and Shield is gonna work because of all the shit with like the candies.
Yeah, I'm guessing what's going to happen is
It's just gonna
it's
negate them all.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's probably going to either reset the EVs or just take
or just
the
cap
three
them.
highest stat 252, 252 for it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's just gonna cap all the stats, and then like anything excess, they'll like shave off the lowest stats, like starting from bottom going to top.
Yeah.
So if you have like 6 maxed out stats, I guess it'll just like pick 2 randomly. Or maybe it'll go from like speed, because you know how the stats are like HP, attack, defense, special
Yeah.
attack, special defense, speed. It'll probably go from like bottom to top or something like
Yeah.
that.
I am yeah, I but yeah, Jenning is just gonna is inevitable. I
Yeah.
think it's going to
I hope they have something that was like lacking on Nintendo's like virtual console, in my opinion, is like the GBA. I really hope they bring like GBA games to Switch. It would be so easy. Those games are literally
Yeah.
meant to be played on the go, and they were on the Wii U, which was a home console, and like the closest
Yeah.
you could get to playing them portably was like on the gamepad. Mine only works from like 3 feet away, so
Yeah,
it isn't
'cause
very
yours is
portable
fucked
for
up.
me. So I didn't really get that experience unless I was sitting on the couch anyway. So it's like
You
if
know
you're
what
sitting on
I
the couch
kind of
anyway, why not
wish?
just play on the TV? So it's like whatever.
I kind of wish because there were games that were on the Wii Virtual Console that never made it over to the Wii U. Like
Like Mega
Chrono
Man?
Trigger was on the Wii.
Oh,
Like and
like Mega Man
it
9 and
sucks
10.
I mean that's not Virtual Console, that was WiiWare.
Still, but they just never made it. Like they
Yeah.
could have easily just been like, "Boop, here you go. Here's Mega Man." But they didn't come out again officially until Legacy Collection. And you know, they shut. There was a long gap between where they shut down the Wii Shop and when Mega Man Legacy
Yeah.
Collection 2 came out. There
And
was
that
at
was
least
that
like
was a very scary thing. 'Cause
yeah,
I
at
genuinely
least like
was.
almost a year, I think.
I did buy Mega Man 9 though.
Oh, nice.
I did have it, but
I've still never
my
played
Wii
them.
U, they're pretty good.
I
I almost
played-
finished 9,
Yeah.
but I got stuck on the first boss in the Wily Castle.
I played most of Mega Man 7. I think I got to that base fight and I got stuck. I made like a save state right before it because that shit's hard.
Also, I used to have Mega Man 9 on my Wii, but you know what happened? When I was transferring all of my data from my Wii over to my Wii U, that was the one thing that didn't transfer over. The one thing that there was a small error message. I was like, uh-oh. I checked on my Virtual Console games, those worked, but Mega Man 9 was the only not
Wait,
surviving
seriously?
thing.
Wait, like you just
Yeah.
couldn't play it after that?
I couldn't play. It was an error.
That's ridiculous. That is scary then. It's
Yeah.
like even people who had like already bought the game like couldn't play it.
Mm-hmm.
That must suck
But
for
then again-
speedrunners because
Yeah,
you have to
'cause they
do
can't play
runs
it
on like
CR
you have to do runs on like legal hardware.
Yeah,
Most
and
runs
the
don't
Wii
allow
version,
emulators.
the Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360 versions are arguably better because you can hook those up to a CRT for the better response time.
Yeah, and you could probably use like an NES controller or something
Mhm.
USB. I don't know if that would work actually with Wii.
You can just plug in the NES Pos controller.
That's true. It probably works with that. I got a NES USB controller for I wanted to speedrun Mega Man 3 and I downloaded like the emulator and like the practice ROM and I got an NES controller just to like play it and I tried plugging it into the USB thing in the Switch and it didn't work.
Well, yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, cuz they got to profit off those Joy-Cons somehow.
And also those third-party companies like
Yeah.
PDP and
If you did something to like the hardware, you could probably get it to work.
probably because no, you don't exist. There's a
USB
there's
keyboard.
Well, yeah, there's also a product. I forget what it's called, but it plugs into the USB and it turns the input signal from another like third party controller like an Xbox One or PS4 controller
Mhm.
into something that can be read by the Switch, and you just plug it into the USB port and they'll
That's
sync
cool.
up like that.
You know what would be cool? Because you know how the Switch has like that touchscreen thing in like handheld mode, but there's not really like an equivalent for like
Yeah.
for like docked mode. They have that like little farce Wiimote thing that they did with like World of Goo. But I feel like what would be cool is if they made like a Switch mouse and gave you
Yeah.
like a little mouse pad and a USB thing and it let you like click on the screen. Like for The World Ends With You, because I feel like a lot of people didn't like the like motion controls and like docked mode, and,
And also,
even in handheld mode, the touchscreen is kind of like awkward.
I know, and I know with Captain Toad they did a kind of Wiimote thing where they
Yeah,
used
yeah.
the gyro pointer.
Those are like the only 3 games I can think of that use that.
But yeah, that would be really good having just a single Joy-Con in your hand for like movement
Yeah.
and buttons, and then a mouse to do the cursor.
Clicking with, yeah, totally. That'd be good for like point and click adventures because I know like Leisure Suit Larry is on Switch, which I don't know
What?
how that works. I guess you like
What the fuck? One
move
second.
your
I need
cursor
to
or
see this for
something.
myself.
Yeah,
I have my Switch now.
I went on the eShop and there was the new Leisure Suit Larry game. I forget what it's called.
Oh god, wait. I probably have one of the more recent ones. One where it stopped being a point and click, where it's just these weird.
Oh,
like,
the Xbox ones that are like really bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
those are
have
so
one of them.
funny.
I have one. It's not Magnum Cum Laude. That's
Yeah.
for the original. I
Yeah.
have the sequel where it's instead of in like a school, it's this same version of Larry, except he's in a film. He works at a film set.
It's like
because
Larry's
his
nephew
dad-
or something.
Yeah, his uncle got him a job.
That'd be cool to play. I already watched the Game Grumps play through the first one.
Yeah,
Which was really
and
funny.
God, I feel. You know what? I think Aaron absolutely had to put up with this because he's made Dan put up with a lot of shit. So you know
Yeah.
what? He needed to put up with some demonetization.
Oh yeah, just like play a fun game. Like I wish YouTube wasn't about that nowadays. It's a shame.
Yeah.
People have to like not play certain games or like not even make certain jokes. Like not even like offensive jokes, just like jokes where they swear. And it's just like it's very like inorganic.
Well, for now, it's just the first 60 seconds.
It's still dumb.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to like, oh, don't swear for the first minute and you'll get away with it. It's like, okay.
Apparently,
what is with
my,
these
my
arbitrary rules?
password, my password isn't working on my Switch. That's not good. Let me.
Password. What kind of password do you
pa-
have?
I need to log into the eShop.
You don't just open the eShop and it opens up.
No, I think it's because I have it asks
Parental
me for my
controls?
password every time. I think I have like some two-factor authentication on it or something.
I'm the only one who uses my Switch, so I just log in.
I'm just worried.
Lately, I've been getting like a failed to load settings thing on the eShop. Like every time I open the eShop, I don't know why. And then it just like reboots and then it works. I'm like, that's a bit worrying still. And like there was no system update or anything I needed, so I really don't know. You want to talk about some other games? You play any new games recently? Did you get like any of the games that released today from the indie show?
No, I didn't. I started playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney on my Switch.
Nice. How is Super Hot just like regular controls? Just with like moving and stuff like that. I don't know what the controls are in the not VR version because I played the VR version and that seems like
it's just a regular.
that seems like the
regular
definitive
controls.
way to play the game. Because like
The
you
thing is,
move
though,
and you shoot
Super
and
Hot
you can
VR
dodge
and
to your
regular
body's
Super Hot are
content.
different. They're different games.
Oh really? Do they
Yeah.
play like?
They're
Are they
still
just different
shooters.
levels?
Yeah, and also, Super Hot VR is more so about
The
standing in
experience.
place and maneuvering around in the one area, and Super Hot is about actually moving around the full room and like.
Do you get like a crouch or like a roll or something like
you
that?
can
Okay.
crouch.
I was gonna
or-
say like it just seems a lot more like limited. Compared
It's a good
to,
game.
to the
Super
VR
Hot is
one.
a pretty good game. My only issue, the only problem I have with it, is that they tried to put in this story about like mind control and like weird things. Like there's like a part in it where like after you try and do something, you get sent to this thing where you're in like a cage and there's like all these red guys standing around you. It's like try to escape and you press the escape key and it's like nah, you won't escape. And it's just like that may
What?
play the fucking video game.
That's like some Undertale shit where it's like,
Yeah, the thing
oh,
is,
sign
though, it
into
has-
your
it-
save file, and then he's like, psych, no save file for you. It's like
the
meta
thing is
or
though,
whatever.
Undertale deserved it. It built up to it because
Yeah,
it's a story-based game.
I get you.
Super Hot is not.
just about
you
the
don't. I'm
gameplay.
not playing it.
Yeah,
I'm playing it because I want to fucking feel like John Wick in fucking slow motion.
yeah. That is like the cool thing. That fucked me up though, because I was playing the VR one, and then I took off the headset, and I was like sitting at the computer in the library doing homework, and I was like, why are the other people moving when I'm not moving? Like, it really fucked me up for a second. for like an hour after I played. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I gotta get used to that. I was like, they shouldn't be moving unless I'm moving. It was
wait.
trippy.
I just looked it up. This Leisure Suit Larry game on Switch, it's not like the 3D. It's not like the 3D games. It's an actual point and click.
Yeah, it's the new one. It's the new one. The one where he is like a boomer and he gets iPhone. Larry get iPhone, and then he go into virtual world or something like that.
Whoa.
I forget what it's called. It's like the something for love or something like that.
It's called Wet Dreams Don't Die. Or
Don't
Wet
Dry.
Dreams Don't Dry.
Yeah, that's it. I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of another game or another title. But yeah, it is like a traditional point-and-click Larry game.
The Dragon's Lair games are on Switch.
The what game? Oh, Dragon's Lair. Huh. I want to try Dragon Quest XI when it comes out.
Wow, what a good segue.
Well, you said dragon, so my brain went to dragon.
I want to try the series. I just want to, for me though, I kind of want to try them in order, or at least as much as I can.
I don't think it's one of those games. I feel like it's like Persona, where they're all like isolated stories and you just play any of them.
But it's still like something I want to try in order because like adding more things and like
usually just playing the latest one is the best way to get into a series.
Yeah.
Because like if you wanted to get into Pokemon, I wouldn't say, play Gen 1, then Gen 2, then Gen 3, because then you'd have to keep getting used to all the new shit in every game and like all the changed shit in every game.
I agree, but I'm just saying like, oh no, I just think it'd be fun to start like that.
Yeah. I don't know anything about like Dragon Quest XI, but like maybe I'll like watch the first like chapter or segment of gameplay and see if it interests me.
Thwack.
I still gotta play Persona 5. I gotta get it on PS4. I gotta do some weird shit with the Wi-Fi and then like make sure the Ethernet works on it, because like I think all I have to do is put the MAC address in my Wi-Fi providers list thing, and then it should work. Because it did that with my Wii U. As soon as I put the MAC address in, it just worked.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I don't remember having to do that with my Switch, but when I tried putting the MAC address in, it just was like, it's already here, even though I didn't see the connection in the list, so I was like, whatever, and I'm not going to complain if it already works.
Oh.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I bought some games on Switch with like my birthday money, which like a friend of mine got me a
I know, man.
Yeah. And the only game I've played so far was Enter the Gungeon. I just played it like all day for like 2 days in a row, and it's so fucking fun. I feel it's one of those ones where like I feel like I'm getting better because like I'm understanding like the mechanics, and like the game actually tells you what items do, which I really appreciate, because like one of the things that's like keeping me from getting into Isaac is just like you just have to fucking know what like every single item does, and there's like 1,000 items, and like there's no way of seeing what they do, and you just have to like I played Isaac once, and just like every time I got an item, I would just go to the wiki, search it up, like read the description, like make sure it's, or like see if it's good, because like there's no way of even knowing the name of the item until you pick it up. And sometimes it's some shit that's just like cuts off both your legs and like reduces your fucking movement speed. It's like, great, thanks. It's like, I get that they're trying to go for like a Zelda 1 vibe where like you don't really know what anything is until you pick it up, but I feel like there's a point where like replicating old things in like old games just like doesn't translate well. Like I don't know why you would like purposefully do something that's like reminiscent of like a limitation of games at the time. Like even in like Link to the Past, like you see an item, you're like, oh, it's a bow, and then you get it and it says like bow, and it's like pretty self-explanatory. Like that's the thing with like original Zelda items. You can usually like guess what they do. Like, oh, the bow, it probably lets me shoot arrows. Oh, the boomerang, it's probably a boomerang. You know,
you apply your common sense or knowledge from playing another game.
Zelda 1 does it like in a really smart way, where like they have enemies using the boomerang before you get the boomerang, and then you get the boomerang and you know exactly what it does. Like you throw it and it flies out and it comes back, like obviously. And then you get to like use it against the other enemies, and you're like, oh, it stuns them. Like that creates an opening so I can attack them. And I feel like Isaac doesn't really like have that, which like I know they're going for like a more like bullet dodgy sort of thing, where it's like, oh, you got to like be mindful of your space and their space and like your shots and their shots. But I just don't like how like not beginner friendly it is, because there's even those like tarot cards and like the spacebar items, which like they have those funny one-liners, but they don't really tell you what they do.
Yeah.
Like you could just like shoot off an attack and it just like fucking explodes right in front of you and damages you, and you're like, well, great, that was some damage I didn't need to take, or something like that. Or like an item that doesn't synergize well with what you already have, so you're like, all right, cool, now my shots are going backwards for no reason. But like Gungeon has the one-liners on the items, and it also like tells you what they do. Like you just hit minus and it brings you directly to your inventory, and it says like exactly what they do. Like the lockpick, it's like you can try and pick locks for chests, but if you fail, then you can't open the chest. Or like, and like all your guns, it tells you like exactly what the guns are, and like all the passive items, it tells you exactly what they do, and it's very like intuitive, and I like that. So yeah, that's why I like Gungeon so far. It's very easy.
Yeah,
well, not easy, but it's very like friendly towards new players. And there's even like a tutorial. It teaches you like all the moves, and like how you can like flip tables to take cover, and like use a blank to negate shots, and like roll to evade damage. And it's like, or to like jump over pits. And like, oh, another thing I love is the fucking teleporting system. So like certain rooms will like have teleport spots, and once you clear the room, you can just open up the map by like holding L or ZL depending on your controls. I have it swapped, so it's L for me. And you can just like go over to that panel on the map and like select it, and you'll just teleport like right there. It's perfect for like backtracking, because like nobody likes walking like all the way back across the map. Like Isaac's a little faster because like the rooms are generally like smaller, and his like average walking speed is okay. But like I saw a mod where like someone had the teleport thing. I'm like, this should just be like in the game. Like there's no reason for it not to be.
Yeah.
And it's really and like not every single room has a teleporter, but like enough rooms have a teleporter to where you feel like it makes it easier to get around. And then after you use a teleporter to a certain room, if you go back over it, it'll teleport you back to where you first used it. So it's good for like going back and getting an item you previously couldn't get, and then just getting back to where you were, like exploring and stuff. It's so good. I like it a lot. And you can even see like what items are before you buy them. And I feel like they're not as stingy with the money, and like the keys and hearts and stuff are like uncommon enough to where it's like still a challenge. But like you can even do this thing where like you grab hearts if you're full on HP and like save them for later, and you'll get them from like a little vending machine in the shop or at the end of the floor. So if you need more health, you can just grab it. It's really handy. It's so good. I want to stream it like maybe tomorrow, maybe not today, because I'll probably be tired from talking so much recording this podcast. But I definitely am gonna play some more on my own time, and definitely stream it, because it's like roguelikes are very good stream games, because you could just pick it up and play a little, and you know you don't have to watch every single one to like get the story or whatever. Like watch it from start to finish. It's really good.
At some point, I really want to pick up. I have Dark Souls 2 on Steam.
Oh boy.
Both versions of it. I have Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin.
Oh boy.
Pretty much two entirely different games.
Oh no.
But
is that like a DLC or something? I never knew what that other version was.
Scholar of the First Sin is basically the PS3 version, where it had like tweaked level design and stuff like that.
So like sort of a remake? That's interesting.
And I've yet to go in, but I wanna get Dark Souls Remastered, but it's $60 on the Switch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just like,
get the amiibo. What does the amiibo even do? I don't think they ever said what it did. Does it give you gear?
Something.
Just Solaire gear or something?
Yeah. Did it even come out?
I thought it did, because I remember they announced it like very early on, and they were like, Dark Souls amiibo. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I can't believe that's a phrase that exists that you can say and is true.
I think it's like I think it might be like the guy whom everyone likes, like he's like, I don't know, he shows up in game and he says some funny lines, and everyone's just like, I love him.
He goes, praise the sun.
Yeah, he does the praise the sun.
Dude, okay, I want to. Oh wait, I did want to get Dark Souls at like some point, but a friend of mine is like really into Soulsborne games, and he said like either Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne is like the best game if you want to like get into the series, but they're still like different enough. Because I think Bloodborne is more like paced, like get in their face
Yeah.
and then dodge.
And
really-
because you also have a gun in Bloodborne.
Yeah, yeah. I could watch any like comprehensive playthrough of like a Soulsborne game and still glean like absolutely nothing. Like I watched Game Grumps play Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne like all the way through, and I watched all of like Sekiro from Super Mega, and like most of the time I could like watch a let's play of the game and like have an idea of like where to go or what to do or how to play. With those, I'm just like completely lost because I've like never played a game of the type,
fuck is
and I'm
going
just
on?
like, I'm just like, what is? Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, okay, wipe everything from brain.
Honestly, I genuinely might buy Dark Souls 3 on my PS4.
Let's do co-op.
I don't think you can do local co-op. I think that's only online.
Let's get 2 PS4s and just set them up right next to each other.
You know how much of a fucking nightmare that'd be to sync up.
I know. Just have like 2 TVs. That'd be ridiculous. I do hope they come out with more of the Souls games on Switch. That would be cool. I'm surprised like Sekiro didn't come out on Switch at all.
Yeah, but you remember, Switch not very powerful.
Yeah, that's true. It probably wouldn't look as good. I could see them coming out with like 2 and 3 maybe.
Yeah, some point in the future.
Or if they ever remake them like a couple years down the line, they'll probably remake or like put them on Switch or something like Dark Souls Remastered.
Yeah.
I feel bad for playing Gungeon so much because I got Fire Emblem for my birthday, and I hadn't been able to play it much, but like I fucking loved it. Like don't get me wrong, I was like hooked on it, and I like get hooked on like those types of games. Like once I get into them, I'm like into them, like those RPG sorts of games.
Yeah.
And that happened to me with Fates. I played like the first hour of Fates, and I got to the point where you choose your route. And then I got to like the first major boss, and then I just like stopped. Like it wasn't even that I didn't like the game. It was just like I just never picked it up again for some reason.
Wait, what game is this again?
Fire Emblem Fates on the 3DS. I got Conquest, and then I bought the other route, Birthright, and then I started playing that because I was told it was easier. So I did that, and then I remember getting pretty far, like not that far, but like. Just after the point where you choose your route and then like have one real battle, I got to like the first boss fight where like your dad confronts you or whatever at like the theater. But
I find it really funny that they made the obvious wrong choice the easier route or the easier game.
I mean, that's subjective.
Bro, if you were abandoned by the people who gave birth to you and the people who raised you were like absolutely fine people, why the fuck would you ever go back to the assholes who ditched you?
Because they're your blood relatives, and if you feel you have an obligation to like return to them to like see what could have been if you lived with your birth family, I feel like some people would, or they just like Camilla and want them to top you or something
Camilla
like that.
is in the other one, isn't
I know.
she? She's in the...
She's in Nor. That's your birth family, is like the quote unquote evil side.
I thought she was in the family that raised you.
No. Birthright is the Hoshido. That's the family that raised you.
Yeah, this one, the waifu. That's understandable.
Yeah. And
but like, I don't know. For me, it was just like, if they didn't want to deal with me then, fuck you. I'm not dealing with you now.
There was also Revelations that came out later, which was like the secret third route that everybody was just like, yeah, it sucks. that's all I remember hearing from it, was just like, yeah, the third route sucks. Like,
not very good.
I've never seen like a comprehensive playthrough with like the story of the games. I really want to get Awakening someday, because I've heard like really good things about it. And Three Houses has been really well received so far. I think it's like already the second best selling Fire Emblem game, right behind Awakening, which is like pretty cool. But a friend of mine said they did away with the weapon triangle, which is cool. So there's no like arbitrary advantages anymore. So you don't have to worry about like who goes where. You just have to worry about like what they do. And I've loved like the combat so far, like planning that sort of shit. I fucking loved Pokemon Conquest. Like I played it.
I really did Conquest.
Yeah, it's so good. I beat it. Well, I played it for like a little bit, and then I put it down for like a couple years, and then I picked it back up, and I just absolutely tore through it. It was so fun. I really wish they would make another one for like Switch or something, or just like fucking port it. Just like put it on the. Is it on the Wii U eShop?
Let me check.
Holy shit! If it's on the Wii U eShop, I need to
Yeah.
give Conquest a good replay through because I don't want to reset my file on 3DS.
We could let's play it,
Dude,
and
that would be
you could
s-
see my first reactions.
I loved it. It was so fun. I
Dude,
love
honestly, though-
I love the isometric style where it's not quite like an XY
Mm-hmm.
grid, but it's like diagonal, and like some of your moves would like go over or like through walls, and like some of them would have like interesting hitboxes. And, like,
I
was
find it
just
kind of
so
funny.
good.
The majority of our Let's Play channel is me playing games that you've played and I've never
my
touched
God.
in my life.
God, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, have you yelling at me for never beating a Zelda game?
I'm not upset because like you can't expect everyone to have done everything. You know, when people are
Yeah.
like I understand it's like a movie you might see as like a classic or a must see, and someone's just like, oh, I haven't seen that. Like some people are like, what? I can't believe you haven't seen this and that. Like, oh, you had like no childhood. It's like, well, first of all, like,
Conquest is not on the Wii U.
oh god damn it, what are they thinking? But the Ranger
they
games are.
thinking?
That's so weird. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That,
Does,
like-
does Conquest use the touchscreen much?
I don't think so. Maybe like maybe it's like supplemental or it's just like optional where you can like tap a Pokemon
You know what's
and
funny?
then whatever.
I
I feel like that would make it
think,
easier because moving up and down in like the isometric grid seems like a pain in the butt.
wasn't it that I've played Rangers Shadows of Valmia and Guardian Signs, but not the first, but you played for Ranger 1 Shadows of Valmia, but not Guardian Signs?
I played all three of them.
Oh,
I
okay.
replayed Almia and I liked it. It was really good.
I have not played Ranger 1. I probably should.
I've never beaten it. I got stuck in like the last dungeon.
That's what it was.
Because like my dumbass 12-year-old brain couldn't get through that like puzzle or whatever. Because in the like the last area, like on the way to the final boss, there's this part where like you have to abandon all the Pokemon you've captured, and then you have to go through this like electric tile maze and like not get hit by anything. And I just could not do it. It was like really hard with the touchscreen controls, and I just never beat it.
D-pad still.
I know, but I just like it was hard, and I just couldn't beat it because I was a dumb kid. I don't know. It just looked like really hard. My friend got to the final boss where you have to capture all the legendary dogs, but that's about it.
I think at some point because I've never played it at all. I don't know the story of it at all. So maybe we could.
I barely remember it at all either.
I think honestly, our Let's Play show is just mostly an excuse for me to buy all the DS games of the Wii Virtual Console before they go away.
Yeah, I want to use the Virtual Console and the Wii U more for games that I never played than to like replay games. Because like I already have all the Ranger games on DS, so I'd feel bad like splurging money just to have it on
Yeah.
Wii U and like
I
never play it.
never played Ranger 1, so it makes sense for me to get it.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of games you haven't played yet,
Yeah.
like Link to the Past, but you already have that SNES Classic, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
I also have never never played Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
We can play the 3DS versions; those are a lot. I'll make you
I
do
do own
Master
both of
Quest.
them.
I'll make you do Master Quest on the 3DS version.
No, dude, don't make me dislike a game in my first impressions. That's kind of fucked.
I've never done Master Quest actually. We should do that. We should do me doing Master Quest and like you doing Majora's Mask or something like that.
Oh no, or maybe I could just play Ocarina in my own free time.
Yeah, that'd be
I
fine.
do
And then I
own-
could do
I-
Master Quest, and then you could tell me what you think of the game.
I do own both of the 3DS versions, so we
Oof.
could.
I feel that just having all those games you just never played.
I also own Sticker Star, and I bought it because it was
dude.
cheap, and I didn't know any better. And
We should do Color Splash. I wanted to let's play that game ever since I got it like 3 years
I do
ago.
own Color Splash now, so we could.
I want to play mine.
All right.
Because I spent my money on it like 3 years ago with the
I
intent.
bought it used.
No, I literally bought it like new with the intent of like let's playing it like
Was
by
it
myself.
because you were gonna do a funny angry Let's Play? Because Sticker
Sort
Star
of,
2.
sort of, but I just wanted to like just as like an exercise because I wanted to do a game that I've like never played before like blind. Because I had plans to do like Let's Plays back in like freshman year, which was like 4 years ago now that I like that like never really came to fruition. Like I recorded an entire playthrough of Mega Man X on the Wii U eShop, the Virtual Console, and I
never
recorded
uploaded
everything.
it?
I never did. I wasn't really proud of it, and I never had a video editing thing either until like lately. So I was never able to like edit it down. But I feel like
Do you
it
still
wasn't
have the
very.
video file somewhere.
It was just me like bragging about how much I knew about the game. Yeah, I have the files on my old capture card flash drive.
You probably could for the funny. Just edit it. Or you know what you could do?
It
You
wasn't very
could do
funny,
like
honestly. It was
you
just
could
me
you could
bragging about how smart I was about the game.
we could do a Retsu style riffing over it.
Oh, like post commentary,
Yeah.
just like talking while it plays in the just like basically
Yeah.
this podcast. We just talk about
Yeah.
other stuff.
Except, well, I mean, Retsu does stuff like that where they just make fun of the Let's Play as it's being played. You know,
Maybe
they actually made fun of they fucking tore the Nostalgia Critics Bart's Nightmare Let's Play to fucking shreds.
he did a
Like,
let's play.
yeah, he did a Let's Play of Bart's Nightmare as one of his worst. It and Melvin Brother of the Joker were the two worst received videos Doug Walker has ever created.
Jesus.
Like, it is one of the most despised videos of the people who still watch him, and like, it is bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I need to show you it at some point.
So we would be doing like my own footage, right?
Yeah.
I could probably get Louis to do that with that Superstar Saga footage we fucked up.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Even in the ones that aren't like muted, I think our commentary is still pretty quiet because my headset mic wasn't the best, even though we were both closer to it as compared to like those Mario Maker videos I did.
Those Mario Maker videos were really funny though. I really liked them.
I
thought they were funny.
I'm proud of that. I don't like taking down like my old videos because I'm not really ashamed of them. Because it's like you gotta own like your origins. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like like as much as I would love to just like start a new channel and have a new image, like it's still just me. It's not like anything different. All these videos, like this podcast actually is probably going to be the first one that like goes up on YouTube first originally. Because long story short, SoundCloud sucks. I posted part 2 and it like suspended like all my other tracks, including part 1 of the podcast. So I had to delete it. So now I have to put these on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to the podcast.
You probably should just upload them in order, just because.
Of course,
I think it'd be weird to have episode 3 uploaded first. But this is the first one that's going to be exclusively on YouTube.
That's what I mean. I don't think part 2 had any plays on SoundCloud, so probably no one saw it at all because I didn't announce it because I didn't want to announce it, and then people are like, "Wait, where's part 1?" So I just felt bad. So I haven't uploaded part 2 to YouTube yet. So this podcast will probably come out on YouTube at the same time as the other previous episodes that we recorded like a week ago and then 2 weeks prior to that, because I think we had a week gap because of Evo. But so it's at least good that they'll all be up at once. So it'll give people who maybe haven't listened yet, like something to listen to. They'll just have enough episodes, because this one's almost 2 hours now too. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of our length. I'm proud. Don't take that out of context. But
we're proud that we can have a conversation go on for 2 hours long and not have like any silence.
Yeah, and just have it be like maybe a couple awkward pauses, but just like nothing, no huge segments cut, and we can both just like sit down for a couple hours every weekend and just like record a podcast and have some stuff to talk about. Apparently, Pokemon just feels like revealing new information every week, so that gives us something to talk about on the
what's funny?
Pokemon segment.
What's really funny, because we record these on Saturdays and Sundays normally.
Typically Friday it's been so far, because the first time I think was a Friday I tried to stream, but we just delayed because I was busy for the weekend.
The Pokemon Nuzlocke podcast that I listen to, they also record on Saturdays, but they always seem to release information after it was recorded.
Yeah. Our timing is like a lot better somehow. They just know. Your mom was right. Like we just have like that sort of magic.
Yes.
Where like the universe is just like, give these nerds something to talk about for once.
Yeah. So like they have anything else?
I gotta get back to Fire Emblem. When I'm not streaming Gungeon. Actually, I'll probably honestly play Fire Emblem after this, because I haven't gotten very far. I picked my house and I did like a couple weeks worth of like activities, and I did like the first real fight, but I've yet to like get to like the meat of like the plot yet. Like I'm still in like I'm still in like chapter 3 or something, I think, because I think I did the first fight and then I went to chapter 3.
Remember when we were memeing during E3 when it was Fire Emblem, we made snoring noises into the microphone when we were watching the E3 direct?
Oh yeah, it's okay. The reason like I initially wasn't like happy with the hero reveal is because they really like baited me into thinking they were doing something with World of Light, and it was just
Yeah.
like for a
That's
character, I
not
was kind of
wait,
like,
that's not what we were talking about. That's
yeah,
not
no,
Fire
no. I just mean like typical, like
in general.
that was my reason for my reaction to that, which
Uh,
I still haven't posted that reaction video. Actually, I feel bad because you like edited that down
have
and
it. If
sent
you
it to
want, I
me,
can upload it.
and I was just like, okay, yeah, and I have the banjo reaction too. I never uploaded because I kept being like, it's too late to upload it now because E3 was like 2 months ago, and it's like, oh man.
They always make a joke out of it. You just
Yeah.
put something before, like, yeah, we recorded this right when E3 was happening.
Yeah.
Apologize for it being so late, but
Yeah.
hope you enjoy it.
It's just like it's a nice little archive sort of thing. You could upload like the full E3 video, and I'll just post like my banjo reaction or something. Because like,
Banjo!
yeah, because like when they showed Hero, I was just like, oh, like I thought they were teasing like a new World of Light thing or like mode or something like that. And I was like, okay, like that's neat, but also it was for like a character that I was kind of like neutral towards. Like, don't get me wrong, like any character they add to Smash Bros, I'm gonna be hyped for because like they're just fun. Like even Joker, I
Yeah.
never played Persona 5, but like he's a cool character. He has like a cool like
And
gimmick
also
and a
Sony
moveset.
IP.
Yeah, exactly. Another third party, which was pretty cool. But yeah, like wasn't that E3 like the one where they like barely showed any gameplay of like the new Fire Emblem? So it was like kind of boring.
Kind of.
Because I feel like that's why a
remember
lot
when
of
it
people
was,
were wary about it at first. They like weren't showing any gameplay or anything, and people were just kind of like worried. But I'm glad it
remember
came
we
out and that it was
watched-
well received.
Yeah, we watched some. I think it was. I'm not. I think it was the thing. I think it was E3 where you said like Fire Emblem, Harry Potter. And,
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot that's when I made it because they were like the three houses. I was like, oh, so it's like Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is like,
I'm
Fire
gonna sue
Emblem?
Nintendo.
Fire Emblem unironically has better representation than Harry Potter because there are a few like gay options in Fire Emblem, which
Yeah,
is good.
three of
It's a
them,
good
one of
start.
them- One of them makes you a home wrecker, dude. I'm not.
I
I'm
don't-
not 100% on.
I don't
board
know
with
which
that.
one it is. I don't
It's
spoil
the,
it for
it's-
don't spoil it for me.
All right.
Don't say it.
It's not like you're gonna fucking do it.
I'll try. Oh, are you challenging me?
I don't.
You're
I
not
don't
gay
think
enough.
I don't think. No, I'm not saying that. I just think you don't want to waste your time on a fucking thing that makes you a shitty person.
Well, I'll find that out for myself. I just wish like all of them were an option, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things
I
where it's
agree.
like there's nothing wrong with making the characters just player sexual. Like I don't think anybody's gonna complain. Because it's not like a movie or something where like the gender of like the characters are more important. Because like in Three Houses, like it lets you pick a gender, so it should just be like
Yeah.
the characters are attracted to whatever you are, like because it's not really important to their character arc. It's more just important to like you as a player.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, honestly. Like it's more important
Why
that
can't
like the player has fun with the game and is able to like romance whoever they want.
Why can't I date the guy with the broken shirt?
Yeah, there's only like one male gay option, which I find like a bit
No,
weird.
there's three.
Are there?
There's
I thought there was only one.
Yeah,
Someone in my
one of them
server said
is
there was only
old.
one. Okay.
One of them's old. One of them is has long green hair, and the other is the home wrecker.
Oh wow.
This is the one where you become a piece of shit and
Okay.
ruin someone's
I don't have to
family.
worry about that then, because I picked female, obviously. And the three female gay options are Edelgard, the leader of Black Eagle, Dorothy, the one with like the JoJo hat, and Mercedes, the like soft-spoken, long-haired girl.
Isn't one of them who look like Miss Krabappel from The Simpsons?
No, that's Manuela. She's a teacher. She's not
Uh.
gay, but you can date her if you're the male. But yeah, she's
If you're a boy.
anime teacher. I'm glad the RPGs are more friendly to the teacher fuckers nowadays. Like in Persona. Because in Persona 3, everybody found the professor hot, but you couldn't date them. But in Persona 5, they straight up let you just date the fucking teacher. And it's just like, wow, that's validating to some people.
Doesn't it end with her losing her job or something?
I've never played Persona 5, so I wouldn't know.
That's what I think I remember from my friend who loves Persona.
Yeah, I can't imagine why that the teacher would get arrested for fucking her student.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I just got to get back to it. I played enough Gungeon for a while. As much as I love the game, I just got to get back to Fire Emblem.
Now
'cause
you're done with blowing stuff up for a while. You need some
basically.
strategy.
Yeah, I just need something slower. Not that I don't like Fire Emblem or that it isn't like actiony, but like yeah, I just need something a bit more like I can just like mellow out and play and not have to be like super duper focused on.
I just remembered something. For the for hooking up the 2DS to the other computer, I need to. Okay, you want to hear something fucking stupid Katsukity did?
What?
Their fucking capture software had a product key, and it was only limited for 10 uses.
What?
You could only use the software key to, use the fucking thing for its intended purpose 10 times.
To like log in and open the
Yeah,
capture program?
to
That's
use the
stupid.
viewer software. And now I can't even. It's not like I can get another key. Katsukity's fucking out of business.
Jesus. They
So
couldn't even
I'm
like
stuck.
generate a new key?
No, because their business is gone. I'm pretty sure they've shut down everything.
God damn.
So what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to
Pirate it.
gut the. I'm probably going to have to preserve it or gut the hard drive from one of my other old computers that does have it on there and plug it
boy.
into the.
Oh,
and
so
then,
you can only like download it to like 10 computers or something like that?
Yeah.
How many times did you have to use it?
I've used it twice so far. One on my old computer and one on this laptop.
So you can't use it again? Or you just don't
No,
want to have
it's-
to worry about it expiring?
Yeah, I don't want to have to worry about it
Okay.
expiring.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Like just in case you end up going through like 8 more computers in the next couple years.
Honestly, I'm genuinely tempted to email Loopy because he still does regular DS capture cards. Like, how much would it cost to
just
pay for
send it to you.
manufacturing of a regular 3DS capture board, just one, and then send you a 3DS and have it done just the one time?
Just like
Because
modify it.
Yeah, he doesn't make the 3DS capture boards anymore. He doesn't manufacture the boards.
So you wouldn't be
I'm-
asking for much, just to like modify
Yeah,
it somewhat.
just
Maybe you'd be willing to do that.
I would. It's not just paying for the service. I'm paying for the manufacturing cost of
Yeah.
one board.
Yeah, literally.
So I would, if I would probably email him and be like, in theory, if I paid for the manufacturing of one 3DS capture board and then sent you a 3DS to have it modded, how much would that cost?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because he's pretty hit or miss with email responses.
Guess they never
'cause
miss, huh?
I know I should have said that.
You
But
set me up
my original,
too easy. Next
my
joke.
original DS capture that I got from him a while ago, it fell off my desk and broke.
Oh,
but I
God.
have another original DS now, and I asked him how much would it be to send the broken one and the not broken one and have him just transfer the board over, and he said like shipping costs it'd be like $10.
That was like my worst nightmare when I just like whenever I got like a new 3DS or like any console really, my worst nightmare is always just like dropping it the wrong way and something getting like fucked up forever. Like when I got fucking hit by a car, my 3DS was in my backpack and it just got like a little scuffed up, but I still feel bad, you know, because it's like
Yeah.
you're putting all this wear and tear on it. And if it was like just my loose Switch in my backpack, I feel like something could have gone worse. Like I'm glad I invested in a case. By the way, if you are a Switch owner and you frequently like play like handheld mode or you're like afraid to take it anywhere on the go because you're worried it's going to get like scratched, invest in like a Switch case with like a handle with like a hard cover,
Yeah.
like a hard cover and like
I
a
have
zipper and a
blue
handle.
Breath of the Wild one.
It's such a lifesaver. And it holds games for me. Like I haven't lost a single game, and I keep the Joy-Con grip handle things, and I keep my micro SD card adapter in the little zipper compartment, and it's just so useful. It holds 20 games. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I wish this was sponsored. I would gladly put like an Amazon affiliate link in the description or something for people on
Hell
web.
yeah.
But it holds 10 games, and it's just very handy. You never have to worry about like having games like loose in your bag, or like you can even just like keep one in the Switch. It's just so good. I'm glad I got a case because I could just like throw it in my backpack and like take it with me, or just like have the case and just like not have to worry about it getting scuffed up or anything, and I can hold on to it pretty easily. But yeah, sorry, what I went kind of off topic.
I was about to say, I have a blue Breath of the Wild case, and it's really good, and I really like it.
Oh yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, you haven't even played Breath of the Wild. What the hell?
No, yeah, I
Do you
got
have it?
I have, yeah.
Oh man, that would be a big game. Like you were asking me if we would want to do any big games. I feel like if we just like if we edited down like a lot and you focused on like doing the story stuff, I feel like it
Yeah.
would be a good like concise playthrough.
like,
Because you're not going to
taking
do all the
episodes.
shrines, are you?
Yeah, I was not planning on it.
I did all the shrines when I played the game casually. Like before I even beat the game, like I went out of my way to do all the shrines and get all the memories so I could like get the true ending or whatever. And so I could be like strong as possible. But
Well, how many things do you have to do to get the true ending?
There, you just have to get all the memories, but
Okay.
I just had to look up a guide as to where they are because fucking finding those things is like impossible with those pictures. Because some of them are like places you probably haven't been before and you probably
Hmm.
wouldn't recognize unless you're like passing through anyway and you see it on the ground.
Yeah.
But they don't really put them on the map for you. So some of them I happened to come across, like when I was streaming Master Mode, like one of them was just like
Hmm.
right there. I was like, oh sure. That was where I was like attempting that boomerang trick like 10 times in a
Hmm.
like for like 30 minutes. I was trying to like catch the boomerang with magnesis and then hit the guy with it, but I kept missing because the fucking like mountainside or because the ledge. But it was whatever. But another good first Zelda game would be Link Between Worlds.
Oh, I do not. That's one of the few Zelda games I actually don't own.
I have it. I think I have an open save file you could probably use.
I've heard Wind Waker is a good starting point for 3D, and
I
I do own Wind Waker HD.
I have Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, and I barely played both of them.
I haven't bought Twilight Princess HD. I want to,
I got it with
but
the amiibo,
uh,
and I got stuck in the first dungeon, which I don't know if that says something about me or the game, but like I literally could not find where to go. I thought I found where to go, and I went there, and it was a fucking Miiverse sticker. So I was like, all right, fuck this, and I just quit playing the game.
I mostly want to get Twilight Princess HD just because I know it's kind of expensive now. It's $40, but I know it's going to get a hell of a lot more expensive later.
Why is
And I'd
that?
rather have the
Once they stop
because
supporting the Wii U, or just
yeah, and
like,
also just when people start realizing the Wii U is actually a good system, and when the games, because these
it's
are the
good for
definitive
all the games
versions
that are
of
on it, not for the system itself.
yeah, but like Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are the definitive versions of those games, and people are gonna want the Wii U just for that. And
Yeah.
I don't wanna be there when they're $100 each. So
Yeah, I literally got for Christmas like 2015 when the Wii U came out. I got the
2013 was when the Wii U came
2013.
out.
Wow, okay.
2012.
It must have been that Christmas. I got the Wind Waker HD Wii U with like the special gamepad with like the Zelda glyphs, and it came with like a free download code for like, well, not free, and obviously you pay more, but it came
Yeah,
with a download code for
Wind
Wind Waker
Waker.
HD and Hyrule Historia.
Oh, that's cool.
We should just do a Let's Play where we read the Hyrule Historia in the Wii U. That would be so dumb.
I'd be cool with that.
We got to do another Wii U shopping episode on my Wii U.
That's after we finish Mario 64 DS. That's
Yeah.
after we finish like all the games that we kind of know we're gonna
Do you want me to play Zero Mission? Because I still haven't beaten Zero Mission on my own. I got to like the Zero Suit part and I never continued.
Maybe. But the thing is, though, I don't really want to upload those because I think there's a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
it was just me being quiet.
that's what I
And,
mean. Like, because if
yeah.
I'm playing, you'll be able to focus on talking, and obviously I
Yeah.
can still talk while I play.
Maybe down the line.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're doing Minecraft Story Mode after
Oh,
64 DS.
okay.
We have
we
to.
we could probably do
I
that at
bought-
the same time because it's not very like gameplay intensive.
No, but the thing is, though, that's it. We're gonna truck through the whole. We have to.
Yeah, just like in one sitting.
Yeah, because
Just edit them down.
I knew we had to play it because it's such a stupid concept.
How long is
And
it? Do you know,
Pat
like
House-
on average?
Let's look at how long to beat. Let's go
Oh, is
on
that-
how
oh,
long
I
to
forgot
beat
that was-
right now.
I forgot that was the thing, like on average.
How long to beat? Let's look. Minecraft Story Mode. Minecraft Story Mode is 13 hours
Oh boy.
in total, and then Season 2 is 9 hours.
Jesus.
So yeah.
Okay.
We probably. We're not okay. Never mind. We're not chucking through it in one thing, but I think we should like
Get through as
play
much
good
of it as
portions of
possible.
it.
Yeah, okay. But
Yeah.
okay, if we play that game, we have to pick like the stupidest options possible.
Yeah.
Like just like
Just
the
because.
absolute dumbest options cuz it's like who cares?
I already have an opening gag. I already have an opening joke.
Oh,
I don't
boy.
want to say it now because I don't want to spoil the
Yeah,
joke.
don't spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to be spoiled on it either. I want to laugh.
Because I have the perfect joke for what we started. I'm really excited to get back to 64 DS.
Yeah, me
I
too.
actually really enjoyed us playing it.
I've been playing Mario 64 on the Wii U. I've been replaying it and I've had a lot of fun. I just like getting as many stars as possible before like moving on. So I always get like the the like notifications they give you for like getting 30 stars, where it's like, have you pounded the pillars yet? Like now you can see Bowser like downstairs, and it's like I haven't even beat the first Bowser yet. It was silly,
for me,
but I like doing that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I've played a good bunch of 64 regular and 64 DS. I just prefer 64 DS.
I don't blame you, honestly.
I can take its weirder controls and I can adapt to it, and I can just fucking enjoy myself.
That and like Luigi completely makes the game super easy because the float backflip and like the higher floatier jumps and stuff like that, it just makes it a lot better.
And a spin, the backward, the
backflip, the backflip.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would make like a new 3D Mario with like similar controls to like Odyssey, just like Odyssey 2. It'd be so good. And if they had like even more captures or something like that.
You know what I think could be a cool thing to have as a bond? Like they could just
Delfino Plaza
as like a
DLC.
Yeah. Or and along with Delfino Plaza, they could also have Super Luigi Odyssey. Is how it would be like hard mode or
like
something like New
Luigi
Game Plus,
Galaxy or something.
Yeah. Where it plays like.
I still got to replay Galaxy with Luigi, which I'm gonna do soon because I finally, when my parents came to town, they brought me a Wiimote and nunchuck so I can actually play Galaxy. So that'll be fun. Because I never did 100% it as a kid, I don't think. And I did beat like all of the game with Mario. So now I just have to do it again as Luigi. And I thought it'd be fun to stream it if my Wii U and computer decide to cooperate.
Yeah. I have not beaten Galaxy or Galaxy 2.
I played the shit out of Galaxy 2, but I never beat it. I think I got like 70-something stars. And I never beat it. For me,
what happens is when I was very much I was part of the last generation of game rentals.
Oh boy.
So I played a lot of games without owning them. Like I played Mario Superstar Baseball or whatever, the one for the Wii. And I rented it. I really liked the story mode, and then I gave it to one of my mom's friends. And then I didn't ask for it back. I just said, "Here you go, it's yours." And now I feel like clown of the week from like 10 years ago for doing that.
Yeah, so everyone has those moments as a kid where you just like regret doing something nice. Like as terrible as it sounds, you're just like, oh man, like I wish I hadn't given that kid my game that I liked.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like being nice for no reason.
Okay, I'm gonna tell this story because I know he'll never see it.
Oh boy.
There was this kid.
Do you want to give him a fake name? You can just give him a fake name, like come up with a fake name.
The thing is though, you probably knew him because he was also.
Tell me afterwards or something, and I'll tell you if I recognize him. Or just make up like a fake name. Say like Daniel or something.
His name was. I'll just call him Tommy.
Okay.
And Tommy, he was kind of a sheltered kid. He could not take no for an answer on anything.
But, this is already going well.
I knew him at Rec Center, and
sounds.
And he, I swear to God, he begged me to lend him my copy of Brawl.
I feel like you told me this story once before.
I have told you this story before,
I
but
think so. I don't know if I remember who it was, but I definitely remember you saying you just.
Yeah. Basically, I told him no like 50 times, and he kept asking. Finally, gave in. By the way, I was in the Great Maze in Subspace. I was like just
at the end,
really close to beating it. And I was excited to beat it too. I was like, I'm gonna beat the game. And
I never beat Subspace actually as a kid. I got lost in that maze. That'd be a fun thing to do together.
Yeah. So I went to my game, and I stopped going to Rec Center, and then I never saw him again. And then when I ran into him one day, I was like, "Hey, do you still have my copy of Brawl?" I said, "I accidentally traded it in at GameStop. I forgot it was yours until like immediately after I gave it to the guy."
Jesus, was it worth the $10?
The thing is, though, it cost me like $10 on Amazon to get it again.
Oh wow.
Get Brawl again. But
no, I mean, like GameStop is just very stingy with the trade-ins.
Yeah, but also, he asked for money a lot in high school. You
went to high school with him?
Yeah, he showed up at our school. He was
nice.
there.
Was he one of those kids that like always asked for like $1 to get something out of the vending machine or from the lunch table or something?
Yeah, and honestly, he kind of took advantage of me being nice. He also took advantage of my dad willing to give him rides home every day.
Jeez.
And so it literally came to the point where you know what I did? Me and my parents made this deal where they hid in the back of the rec center parking lot where where he couldn't see it, where he
Jesus.
couldn't
Oh
see
yeah,
our
like around the
car.
corner or something.
And then
Yeah.
I walked, and then I what happens is sometimes he asked to walk with me.
Uh,
I mostly said no because I just wanted to be by myself.
yeah.
And
Just have some time
even
to
for the days
yourself
I
after
did walk
school.
home, even for the days I did walk home, I did want to be by myself. What
Yeah.
happens is I walk, and when I got to the rec center, I turned and just mad dash sprinted, and
Just like, escape.
yeah, because even my mom and my dad were getting tired of giving him rides home.
Yeah. Because, like, there's a point where it's like you're being nice, but, like, sometimes if the kid is, like, annoying or, like, if you know they're taking advantage of you, then, like, you don't really
Yeah,
want to do that.
he
Like, not
even
even
at
just
one
for the
point
rides, just to, like, for other stuff, like asking for money and stuff.
even at one point asked my dad if he could stop by 7-Eleven on the ride home,
Jeez.
which
At that
was
point, just
not
walk home. Like, because it's literally
yeah.
on the corner, and if it's on the
And
way home,
also, the
just
thing is
go.
though, 7-Eleven was off route to his house.
Oh,
It was like
really?
yeah, you'd
It's
have to like
definitely on
go.
route to your house, because you just go up the
Yes.
street and then turn the corner,
Hmm.
and then it's a straight shot.
But yeah, so
That's
yeah,
that's something. So that's like
weird.
asking to like take you home first and then take him and then have to drive home all the way over again.
Yeah,
That's a
it
bit
really
dumb.
was like yeah. He he he's not a bad kid. His parents just
Yeah.
coddled him too much.
If I borrow money like that, if it's for like something small, I'll always like pay someone back.
Yeah.
If I just
Mhm.
like happen to not have cash that day or just like forgot to bring money or
Mhm.
something like that, because I didn't really have like a wallet in high school. I would just like bring a couple dollars every couple days if I felt like if I knew I would feel like buying something that day, like I don't know, like a
Mhm.
chicken sandwich or like a candy bar or chips or something like that,
But also the
then
thing is though,
I'll just like bring money.
Tommy had an issue with paying things back.
Yeah,
Like
that's
when
where
I
it gets
first
bad. That's that's
when
that's
I
where you draw the line.
there was this other kid who I was friends with freshman year. We kind of stopped talking after a while. I'm gonna give
Mm,
him another fake name. I'll just call this kid Daniel.
okay. Stealing my name?
Daniel,
No, I'm just kidding.
no, Daniel did not put up with his shit.
Oh
What he
boy.
did was he put interest on the money
Yeah,
that he lent
I love
Tommy,
those kids that do that.
and 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 Tommy borrowed like $5 and they owed him like 10 because he took so long to pay back.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what they say, the only place you can get an interest-free loan is your parents,
This is true.
because they're the only people who are willing to give you the time of day. Or just to like give you a large sum of money and not be like, oh, pay me back with interest.
Yeah.
It's like you're
This is
not
a
a
really
bank.
long episode.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. I was gonna tell another story, but I feel like I'll save it.
Yeah,
Save it for next time.
I think
It
we're
was
good
related
for
to the
now.
bus thing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
It was related to
sorry.
the bus thing. This is about like the average length I want to go for anyway, like 2 hours per episode at
Alright.
least. So I'll tell my story next time because you talked about the bus and I was reminded of
Yeah.
like another story I had. So I'll tell that story next time. I'll tell the story of how I donated blood for the first time in high school because that was a fun time. Okay,
You did it on the
so
bus.
no, the battle bus
Oh god. All right.
where
Well,
we blood dropping boys.
so yeah, I think this is an episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode. All right, we're always just getting new shit to talk about, so it's very refreshing
Yeah.
to like be able to talk about like new relevant stuff
Mhm.
and not have to like dig through our pasts. Like I like telling stories, but if a podcast is all
Yeah.
like old stories, then it gets kind of old, you know. If it's just a compendium of your past. But yeah, this will be the first one on YouTube. So if you're watching through them on YouTube, thank you for watching. If there's more episodes out by the time you're listening, hope you enjoy continuing through the episodes and crusading through them while you do homework or play games or something. I don't know. That's like one of my favorite things to do with like Super Mega Cast is just
Yeah,
put them
same.
on, turn to my TV and play a game. I love my setup in my apartment so much just because I could do
You know
that.
what's you know what's funny? Normally during the tail end of senior year, they always uploaded the podcast whenever I was like leaving campus and walking to the
Oh,
game store.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just walked to the game store, listened to it for a little bit, and then I talked with the people there, and I called my
Nice.
lift home. and
Nice.
listen to the rest of it. But yeah, I
That's
thank you all
cool.
for watching this episode.
Yeah,
I don't
thank you.
don't want to have this.
Maybe one, who knows? Maybe one day these will be on Spotify and you'll be listening on Spotify, and I'll be able to afford to keep them up. But I again, I certainly won't mind doing that like sometime in the future when I have like an income. Maybe Zach and I'll like pitch in to keep the episodes up for our uploads. I know literally nothing about uploading to Spotify. I only ever just listen to music. But again, thank you all for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.